Hey kids, welcome to the stream. Ivy, glad to see you. Welcome in. We are playing Square One today, as was asked. It's a new game by the makers of Project L. They of course have made the Tetris-ish puzzly game that we've played before with the different little tetromino shapes. In this game, what they've done is they've abstracted the tetrominos and made it where you're completing sequences with the pieces that have the shapes on them, and you just have to fill them in to complete the puzzles. You get extra pieces from the white puzzles, and you get points from the black puzzles. But we're still waiting for a couple of our players to show up, so we'll be chatting it up here for just a little bit. I wanted to let you guys know that tomorrow, of course, we have Iridia, The Paths We Dare Tread, coming back up again. We'll get our fourth player back. And then Tuesday, we'll be playing Clank Legacy 2. Looking forward to that. We're having some fun with those games. We do have a con coming up soon. Let's see, that'll be Game Storm here in Portland, coming up March 20th to the 23rd. And then right after that, I think the following 2 weeks, we're going to be missing at least one player from our campaign games. So we'll decide at that point if we want to maybe put them on hold because it's such a long, it's going to be at least a 2-week period, and we might get some other games to the table, but I kind of don't want to break up the momentum of the campaign game either. So it's up in the air. But for the time being, we'll enjoy the story while we have it. A little bit about this game. So if you haven't played Project L, then you don't know about their typical activities you can do in the game. Quite often, with both Project L and this game, you get 3 actions on your turn, and your actions can be doing things with tiles or placing tiles. And they do have one special action you can do once per turn called the Master Action, which lets you place one tile on each puzzle in front of you. You're allowed to have up to 4 puzzles at a time in this game. And you can get combo points if you solve multiple puzzles at the same time. So one of the cool things about this game is if I put this piece on here, right? So if it's my turn and I finish this piece, when I put it on here, I get these pieces back, plus I get the piece it gives me. So I would get like one of these little orange L pieces to go with it. So you're slowly building up your pile of pieces that let you solve more puzzles. So obviously the puzzles that give you points have more going on. There's more lines you have to complete. And you have to complete them in order from top to bottom. So those are the limitations. Another thing you can do on your turn is take puzzles. So you can take puzzles, you can place tiles, or you can exchange tiles. And we'll get a little more into that. We'll talk more about that when my other players get here so that they can learn the rules also. Oh, have you had a good weekend, Ivy? I hope you're having a good evening. I'm guessing you're getting close to bedtime. Where do you get the rolls for the play mats? I see these behind you. I'm looking for good storage. The tubes. You're talking about the tubes back here? Let's see. I believe this one is... Let me get my glasses. This one is by a company called Alvin. It's called an ice tube. This is a 37-inch tube. I think you see them quite often for like either art or blueprints and things like that. So they're a little larger size. It's got just a typical lid. This particular playmat is the Rising Sun playmat, so it's very large. So I had to have a larger tube for it. This one here is, I believe this is just an oversized poster tube, but this has my X-Wing playmat in it, because you've seen me play a lot of X-Wing on this table, right?
I just bought some more.
What? For cheap, I hope.
Yeah, I went to Goodwill.
Goodwill! Ah, man, you and your Goodwill. Yeah, I think this is an oversized poster tube is all this is. And then this one here is actually specifically made by Catalyst Game Labs for the BattleTech neoprene mats. These are really nice. Actually, they have a screw-on lid, and then inside here there's also a little container to put dice or miniatures, or I put like all of the terrain tokens that you get with the game. They go in here, and then you just tuck them in. And these can hold 2 BattleTech playmats rolled up together. They fit just fine, and then they screw tight, so they're nice. They stay together pretty well.
Or one fly rod.
One fly rod. Yes. Oh, I wouldn't know about that. I don't fly.
I don't either, but I still have.
You have fly rods and no fly. Yes.
Someday.
That's like me having a 22 rifle, but I don't shoot anything. So there you have it. Yeah. I want to say I got this one. It was either at an art store or it was at a baseball card shop for like sports posters. I want to say that this guy, I think I ordered online, and like I said, the name of the company that makes it is Alvin, and I mean it's not, I'm not sponsored or anything, but that's who I got that from.
Alvin,
and you're
like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
You're perfectly welcome. Yeah, Alvin. Yeah, Alvin. Yep.
Interesting.
Alvin Simon Theodore. Go ahead, do the voice.
It's not when you ask me to.
We need more helium around here for that. You're not eating the pieces, are you? The nice, shiny candy-like pieces.
I've replaced the pieces with the licorice.
Fantastic. So you've played this game.
I have.
Yeah, Glenn has played this game. We played it at the Newburgh Con here has it been 3 weeks now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Derek still has all my games. I guess I'll get them from him in a couple of weeks.
I ended up with one from the George Fox Library.
Oh, did you? Oops. I hope Derek got all my games.
He did.
I'm mostly only worried about like Fantastic Factories and probably like Dice King's Forge.
It got played a bunch of times, I think.
Fantastic Factories? It got played at least once.
Yeah.
I know because I had to help somebody put it back together. Yeah, that insert needs a little bit of work. It was all I could do to get everything in there, so I don't know if it's ever going to change. I would just have to deal with it. But, yeah, I'm finally in the place where I think I'm going to be purging some of my games out of my collection. Well, I mean, and by that I mean probably offering them to the other guys here to say, here, please take some games out of my collection if you guys want them.
I like making my wife angry, so I'll take as many.
Right, yeah, exactly. Maybe I won't offer them to Glenn. I know that. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble with his wife. He has too many.
I can slip some in.
Oh yeah, I'll bet. They're small. They don't take up very much room.
The only foot she's put down so far is I found a Spanish copy of Chutes and Ladders that she said I could not buy. Unless I was getting rid of something.
I think that's reasonable. I feel like that's okay. Ivy likes your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it is a nice hat. It's a real animal on his head.
Yeah, I got a friend of ours. He's I guess a furrier. That's it. No. What is a? Well, it's not a haberdasher.
Taxidermist.
No, because he doesn't actually do animals.
So what does he do?
He's just
haberdasher is a hat maker.
Well, no, you think that, but it's actually
There's a special word for it.
Yeah, well, and a haberdasher does more than just hats.
Okay.
But he works with some local vendors. He makes gloves and wallets and the occasional.
You show the tail.
Oh yeah, and so. Just in case, if you've got that, sometimes...
If it's a formal occasion, you need a tail. You have one, but for casual events...
At a rendezvous and you want to look cool.
That's right.
To all the other, guys dressed up in,
leather and
whatnot and stuff. But if you're at,
for casual wear, you don't need the tail.
Or, if you want to make it look a little bit more Cossack, maybe.
There you go, yes. That's right. Maybe I need that with my...
There you go. I know a guy.
Yeah. You can thank Dicey Vim for that. She's been encouraging us to wear cool hats. I don't have very many cool hats. I wear a lot of ball caps.
You're not wearing one today.
I am not wearing one today. Hello. No, I'm not wearing my hat. I'm not wearing that other hat either. I should probably try wearing it again just to get used to it. It seems like every effort I've tried to make to contact them to return it, they don't respond. So
no, it doesn't look that bad. You seem to get used to wearing it.
Probably. Maybe if I'm lucky, Jim's wearing one of his hats today,
There you go.
and I'll be able to take a closer look and compare.
Now, what are the odds of that?
I mean,
Oh,
excellent. See,
there
there's
you
my
go.
hat there on the island.
Oh, nice.
Well-
Nice tartan.
Yeah, except I don't know. I'm not convinced. I want to see your hat. Then we can decide whether or not my hat is correct. For us, like Carl May Winnitude hat,
This is a Scottish style.
I guess.
Or-
What's your style?
So this is interesting.
Jim
This
is
not
very
typically
educated
what
on
I would see
driving
from a
games.
flat cap.
Yeah. It's not what I was expecting. That's kind of why I'm like, eh. It's got that
Yeah.
weird quilted top.
Yeah, it's now the Boston Scullies tend to cut a little thinner, a little more modern style.
Yes.
And I've got another one at home that's from a brand called Biddy Murphy, and it's more of a traditional English style. And the traditional English style tends to be a little, it's a little looser on the fit,
Mhm.
where the modern, this one's a Boston Scully, tend to sit a little bit more up on the head and a little more, like the difference between like a tight shirt and a loose shirt.
Yeah, and there was a limiting factor in that I was looking for the specific tartan, but that's why I got what I got. I figure
I'm gonna
if
go
it works out.
All right.
grab a buggy.
There's a little slot there you can stick it into.
All right, Ivy. Now I'm gonna have to look up this Carl May
Oh,
Winnitude.
Winnitude?
because
I don't know.
I'm utterly
So-
unaware.
so Quinn,
And
there's
that's kind of cool.
these things right here.
Not a lot of Western stuff that
sometimes
I'm
get in
not.
the way,
at
but
least
there's like
some
a
way
track right along
as
there.
a-
Feel it?
Has a good
See that?
What's the point of that?
For
child
This
of
is
America.
for when
that
you
I'm
have
not
a
aware of,
tablecloth
but,
over there.
Must
You
have
put the tablecloth
portrayed
over,
a trapper
and
at
then
some
you use
point.
this to
Yeah.
kind of hold the
West.
tablecloth down, and it keeps it nice and
Oh.
snug.
It's called Watson.
I'm gonna put it over here.
Please do.
Fictional American hero. Several novels in German by Carl May.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I got some reading to do.
We have learned something today.
All right.
I'm very pleased. All right, well, let's give you guys a look down here. So here's our setup. Glenn,
Yeah.
you were here
Holy cow,
first.
There's a red line.
Well, that's just, it's not in the, that's
Oh,
not in the
okay.
stream.
Woo.
That's just,
Oh,
it just
it's
happens to be
there.
highlighted in that display. Okay, so since you were here 1st,
Uh-huh.
you get to pick one of those.
I shall. Much like the drink with poison in it, do I pick the one closest to me because you don't think I'll the one I
Obviously.
want, or do you take the one farthest away from me because I'm concerned with my own mortality?
All right,
Sounds
I
like-
get some
I'll
good
go
rest.
I'll go right in between.
Hope you had a good weekend. Enjoy your week.
I'm considered a senior in some locations.
Your card is one
Yes.
for that.
And then you guys can pick one of each of those.
I am not first. Oh,
You are not.
no, I'm not first player. That's
This is
the
what we
risk.
determine as first
That's the
player.
risk you run by picking a card here.
They're all identical.
They
Except for
are.
one of
And
them.
yet,
One of them saddles you with first player responsibilities.
Oh, I don't want that one.
I know.
it is a mystery.
Does it matter?
Not
I mean,
really.
only if you don't want to go first, I
There you go.
suppose.
Oh, he's a gutsy lad.
No, not
No.
first player.
Not worried about his mortality.
See, you should have taken your opportunity, Jim. Oh, Jim is first player. So, I have given you each your starting pieces, 2 yellow and 1 green. Was it, by the way, the
I
game
love
you
the
were-
presentation of this, by the way. When you show me, when you brought this up and I pulled up the pictures,
So simple.
it looks so
It's
clean.
clean. It's very
Yep.
clean. Yes.
Yep.
Project L's the same way. All right. So just so we're clear, you had mentioned a big box that I had gotten. I think
Right.
you might have been talking about Last Light.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So we'll keep that in mind to get on the table sometime for you also.
Okay.
Okay. So square one. So you have not played Project L.
I have not.
Okay. So then you don't have any preconceptions about
I've looked
that
at
game.
it though, so I'm familiar with
So
it.
Project L, right? It has the little tetrominoes that you put in the puzzles to solve them, and there's different shapes in the puzzles, and you put the tetrominoes in. Once you fill it up, it's solved, and you get them back. This game,
Tetris-shaped domino. Tetromino.
Tetromino.
Tetris shaped.
Tetris.
Tetris-shaped. So think Tetris shapes. L's, T's, long lines.
Squares.
So geometry.
I mean, a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
but Tetris style,
So,
right?
yeah.
Little grid of blocks. Okay.
Suppose a Tempest.
So they,
This would be a different game.
that's completely different. don't confuse me. Okay, so on your turn, you're gonna get to take 3 actions. Okay, and all the actions you can take are on this player. So one of the actions you can do is you can just take a yellow piece. Basically, you just gain 1 little square. Okay. Another thing that you can do is you can take a sequence from the market. The white sequences will reward you with additional pieces. The black sequences will award you with points that you'll score at the end of the game. You can have up to 4 of them in front of you at one time. So
For pieces?
4 sequences,
That you can be working
4
on.
of these that you can be working on. You can have as many pieces as you've managed to accumulate, and you'll see how we do that in a minute. So, let's say I take a puzzle. Okay. Another action I can do is I can place the required piece or pieces on the topmost available row of a sequence that I've taken. So in this case, I have to play a green here. I cannot play it here because that's not the topmost. You have to work the puzzles from top to bottom.
It's like picking a lock.
Kind of. So I take that action. Now if I happen to have this sequence instead, right? My first action, I could take that action, right? And then as another action, I could put this here. Okay, that's 2 actions out of my 3 that I get per turn. Okay? I can also merge pieces. So I can merge 2 yellows to get a green. I can merge a green and a yellow to take any one of these that have 3, right? So these 2 basically have 3.
So you're just
squares on
combining the
them.
number of squares.
Correct. I could also merge all 3 of these to take a 4 if I wanted to. But it must be an exact exchange. I cannot do, like, I can't, like if I had this and I wanted a 4, I can't merge that for a 4. Not allowed. It has to be exact. Okay, so I can do this for a 4,
It's Full Metal Alchemist.
right? Equivalent exchange.
Equivalent change, absolutely.
Okay, and it can only be many for 1 if you're merging. Okay, you can also split. So if I have a 4 and I want to get smaller pieces, I can spend that and I can take this or this.
And the split and merges are actions.
Those are actions. They're each separate actions. Okay,
Okay.
so it's basically tile exchange.
Count to one of your 3, yeah.
Correct. Finally, there's what's called the master action. Once per turn, you can take the master action. And what that means is if you have multiple sequences in front of you, it allows you to complete 1 line on every sequence you have in front of you. So if I was like this and I want to do a master action, I can place this and this as 1 action. But you can only do that once per turn. Now, let's say, for instance, that I have this done, okay? And I have this piece, and it's my turn, okay? And I'm going to master. What I can do is I can take one of these, right? Let's say I want to do
That's
this
the
one.
right way to do it.
Well, it doesn't matter, I get it back anyway.
Oh, that's right. You can
Right.
get it back.
So, when you complete a puzzle, you get the pieces you used on it back, plus whatever benefit. So in this case, it rewards me with one of these. Now, if I'm mastering, I can now use these pieces I freed up for other puzzles. So now I can say, okay, now I'm going to do this. And now that completes that puzzle, and I gain these. Okay, I've completed both these puzzles.
It's all considered part of the master.
The master action, correct. So you
Okay.
can chain
Yeah.
pieces from one puzzle to another.
You can do them on your choice. So if you got 4, maybe you're going to do this one, and that allows
Then that would give you the
will allow
pieces
you-
to complete the other ones.
the other ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. When you complete multiple puzzles in front of you, you get combo points. So if you complete 2 puzzles, you'll get 1 combo point. If you complete 3 puzzles, you'll get 2. And if you complete all 4 of the puzzles in front of you, you'll get 4 bonus points. Which you just take one of these tokens, put it face down in front of you.
There's way too many 4s.
There's as many 4s as 2s and 1s.
Yeah. Even though it's significantly less likely to happen.
You'd be surprised.
Are these finite points, or do you trade them up? Are they
You
like
can trade them.
They're
Yeah,
like
so
a currency number.
correct. Yeah. So if you happen to have if you run out of ones or whatever, you can trade ones and twos up for fours and make them available
Okay.
for other people.
They are hidden once you've got them, if I remember right.
Yeah, you keep them. They're private.
Okay.
So are these. You put them face down in front of you, so nobody knows how many points you've
Yeah,
scored.
notice
Technically,
in the
that's keeping
corner
track of it.
that they have
Oh,
points,
okay.
much like it. And
I didn't notice there were two different versions of these. Yeah.
Yes. So there are white puzzles that reward you with pieces, and there are black puzzles that reward you with points.
Oh, I didn't know they were. I thought they were all black because they're all black
No,
on
the
the
back.
front.
The
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Oh.
so there is a
okay.
point, like
I was thinking the same thing.
like many card or deck building games or things like that, or dice building, there's a point where you're pivoting from gaining resources to moving to
Score.
Point
scoring
generation.
points.
Right.
So you got to kind of figure out where you are in that,
Gotcha.
and make the pivot at the right time.
So a couple of
Right,
additional
right.
points here. So if I have this puzzle in front of me and I want to take an action to complete a sequence, you place as many tiles as is required to complete the sequence. You must complete the entire sequence. So that's one action. Okay. Also, you'll notice here, there's this vertical line between these pieces.
Then or.
That is an or.
Okay.
Correct. So you can either place one of each of these to complete this line, or you can place just one of these to complete that line.
Okay.
Okay? But otherwise, when you're completing a line on a sequence, you must place all the tiles simultaneously. You can't do partials.
Oh, so you couldn't put one of these down if you had it.
No.
You have to have all three to place.
Correct. And once you...
And that is one placement.
Yes.
Yes, that is one placement.
Okay.
And once you put a tile on a sequence, it is locked until you complete the sequence.
Okay.
You cannot shuffle them around.
Okay.
Okay? Game end is triggered when the last tile is drawn out of the black stack. What does my TV do? It's rebooting. So when the last tile is drawn
That's not a good sign.
out of this stack, that triggers endgame. You'll complete the round you're on. So since Jim, you're the starting player, you can be able to play round to Quinn.
I think that was stacked.
Okay, and then you'll play one final round.
Okay.
Okay, so you get one final round after game end trigger to finish up sequences, whatever the points.
Okay.
All right.
I missed exactly what triggers endgame.
The last card gets drawn. The last puzzle gets drawn out of the stack. So once this stack is empty, that triggers endgame. You finish the round you're on and play one more.
Only the one.
Just the black. White you'll reshuffle if you run out.
All right.
Yeah. So think of it like a deck builder. How you have your starting hand. This is starting hand. Those are the scoring cards.
Yeah. And this is like Dominion. This is like getting rid of 3 kingdom card piles.
Correct.
Or all the provinces are
Right.
gone, or something of that nature. Yeah.
Correct.
Or the aces in solitaire.
There you
Okay.
go. Exactly.
That
I
is
didn't know that.
everything. And so now, Jim, you get to start by taking 3 actions.
Well, having no strategy at all, like every other game I've ever played.
Glenn and I are going to crush you guys.
We'll get to a point.
The
where
first
this
game.
This game is going to. It
I
burns
mean,
your
we
brain
have
a
we
little
have
bit.
first time player luck going for us.
You
That's
do.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
It is
always a thing.
This
But-
is a puzzle solver. By and large, this game is a puzzle solver. It's just whatever puzzle you happen to set yourself up with.
Yeah.
and you can pull from either side.
You absolutely can.
But because these are more complicated, you might not have
And
the
require more
to be
pieces,
able to do
correct.
anything. You might end up not making any progress on your round.
Yes. And it will limit your ability to do, combos. And
Yeah.
whatever.
You do want to collect a few more pieces. I mean, you could. It's an interesting strategy trying to do it that way.
No, it's a losing strategy.
It's an interesting.
It's not interesting. Interesting for you, maybe.
I think you should attempt it.
I think you should attempt it. Then I can win.
Okay, so 3 actions.
You can play puzzles. You can take a yellow piece. You can swap pieces.
Do the new pieces come out immediately? I can't
Yes.
remember. Okay.
Every time you take one, a new puzzle is revealed.
So if you got
like,
one, you can. You
You
think
see
you
one
might
you know
be
you
able to
want,
do
but you want to see what comes after that.
Okay, so taking one of these is not an action?
That is an
It is
action.
an action.
That is an action.
Yep.
It's a
So
good
it's
action.
the
So that's
first
one
action.
action.
It's a nice action. To be honest, that's an action you could actually finish this round if you really wanted to.
No, he could not.
Oh no, he can't because he had to
He
take
doesn't have to
it.
do
Is
that.
there a direction it has
But he
to
could
be
do
This
facing?
one he could have. Say again.
Is there a direction these have to be facing in front of you?
I mean upright. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but
So
Correct.
because
Because
want
you
to
have to
top
work
those-
top to bottom.
this is upright, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah, whatever the reward is goes to the top.
To the top. Correct.
Okay, so then second action,
Uh huh.
And then
which just completes that, and that's all that does.
Correct.
And then third action, I can do this.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right?
Yep.
And that's my 3 actions?
Those are your 3 actions.
Is there anything I do at the end of my 3 actions?
Nope.
Nope.
Now it's my turn.
Then go.
It's just that simple.
Awesome.
So I will take this puzzle
Sure. you can.
because I'm ahead of Glenn. That's all that really matters. I will take this puzzle. Oh, and I'll take that.
Damn it.
Hey, look, that's not so
I
bad.
think
No,
I'm
that's
using the
actually not
wrong
bad.
strategy.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, this is an interesting one because I can take this one and then I can.
You have a question?
no, I'm just thinking.
So
Okay.
I can do this.
So Glenn just took 3 actions,
Yep.
and now his reward is to get these pieces back, plus he gains 3 yellow.
Yep. And
And then that's just discarded.
Okay.
There's a couple ways to do it. Mark's way is what I would normally do is try to use a master action to place 3 pieces, you know, because that's sort of your
Stage to get bonus points.
bonus, yeah, your combo point, you know,
Right.
bonuses. But in this case, I just couldn't turn down the fact I could get 3 yellows. And
Well,
one
and
one.
to be honest, I mean, in the beginning of the game, you don't have enough points to master stuff
Yeah, I
out
know.
anyway. So
Oh, you have to start at the top and work your way down on
You
them?
do.
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
must always start top down.
You keep saying top down, and I was thinking, why is he saying this? Okay, now it makes sense.
Nice.
Three actions. So, you guys have you guys played Mystic Vale?
I don't know what that is.
It's
Is that the one with the sleeves?
It's got the clear cards that you stack them up in the sleeves. Yeah,
I think we played it with you once a long, long time ago.
we should play it again. But Mystic Vale has a methodology where if you play 5 or 6 players, it splits the field out into 2 sections, and then there's a black and a white token that go around, and each time you're on that token, you buy from that section. So
Oh,
it
interesting.
allows 2 people to play simultaneously in a 6-player game, so you don't have a whole lot of dead time. They do the same thing with this game.
Oh, interesting. So that's what that expansion does. It adds more
It
players
adds 2
and then
more
adds
players
that
and gives you
mechanic.
that mechanic. Yeah.
Nice.
It also adds so I did one thing I didn't mention was that the points on these only go to 3. The
Okay.
expansion adds 4-point puzzles,
Oh, okay.
and then a joker tile also.
On a completely different note, we all loved Darwin's Journey so much. There's an expansion coming out, and I've backed it.
Cool,
Nice.
excellent. Look
Good
at that
stuff.
one again.
Let's see. So I think first action, I'm going to do this.
Okay, so it completes the puzzle.
So that gives me,
Be careful; it is the light orange, not the dark.
yeah.
Yep. So it gets that plus those, and then that completes that. So that's one action.
And then,
This one uses that piece.
yeah, I was thinking about that one. And then for my third action,
Now you're gonna need a couple of yellows.
I'm going to do that.
Perfect. There you go. So now you got all the pieces you need to solve that puzzle next turn if you want to.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go 1, 2 to solve and gain these, and then for my third action, I'm going to. Ooh, that's tough.
It is because
I want to
you
master.
get out of sync if you master on that one.
Well, I mean, it's not so much out of sync; it's that I have one piece wrong. I need 3 green and 2 yellow. Do I take another? Yeah, I guess I can take a puzzle here. We'll call that good. I think right. Yeah.
Oh, what am I thinking? I should have just taken a yellow instead of.
Well, you needed 2 for that puzzle, though.
I did need 2 for the puzzle, though, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, that still worked out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I keep
taking.
forgetting that taking or gaining is an option too.
Yeah, gaining it feels kind of like it's like the weakest option. It's like taking a coin in a game where you need,
Right.
where you can generate coins
You
better.
can't find
if you play
anything
it
else
right.
to do. The last thing you do is like take a penny.
Mhm.
Right.
So one thing I was going
If
to
I
mention.
through the corner of my eye, that was not a bottle of sparkling ice. That was a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
That's actually what I thought too.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
I had to do a double take. It's
My
like,
stomach's
oh,
upset. Uh-oh.
Grab that one.
That's a pretty good one. It's easy anyway.
Not
Alright, that's
entirely where I want to be, but it's an interesting option.
It's a path. So, I realized that we moved last week's game to this week.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
talked to Derek Duff,
Okay.
and he would be willing to play with us every other Sunday.
Okay.
But he's not available next week. So he could start on the 9th. So if we want, we can start doing every other.
Because next week would be when we normally would
Correct.
gather.
Correct. But if we want to switch it so that we're every other starting this week, Derek can join us.
Yeah.
The 9th.
I already finished.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, now I distracted you.
Distracted yourself too.
I did. But I mean, this is one of those games where it's like, how far ahead can you plan? Because somebody's going to take those pieces you want. You know that. So you kind of have to wait
So-
until you see where you're at.
Actually, I think that could work really well because. So, weirdness is going on with my guitar lessons because I moved to a new guitar teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and before my first lesson with him, he gave in his notice and he's moving to Japan.
Well, that's awkward.
So I get about 2 months with him, and then he's gone. They do have the new guy in, and I'll be able to get back to a regular schedule then. But I'm kind of working around the schedule of this guy right now. And so, long story short, let's see. Normally we would do the 2nd.
Sorry, kids, I distracted you. Distracting good.
And then
You
the
did.
9th.
You came in for a fast game today. Is not what's happening.
I mean, it will be once we get
I
this
know.
stuff out of there, right?
I'm not worried about
So yeah, we could do that, but I'll have to start later. I won't be able to start till 3 on that day.
Just that one day.
Yes.
On the ninth?
And
Awesome.
then if we did the other one on the 23rd, you're thinking like
Yeah,
stagger 'em like
stagger
that?
for that.
Then the 23rd,
Oh, except 23rd won't work because
It's Game Storm.
We're Game Storm. Yeah.
so yeah, we could do the 9th. We could
And
do
then
the
we
9th,
jump to
and
April
then
after that.
we're in April. We're back to our regular
You guys
schedule on one day or
come to-
the other, and it won't make a difference as far
guys
as
come to
my
Game
stuff's
Storm?
concerned.
Excellent.
We are actually.
Oh,
In
well,
fact, we're
then-
even getting a room.
Oh, so are we?
Wow.
We won't be there on Sunday.
Oh, I was gonna say because we could just play on Sunday there, and
Right? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
but
But
that's awesome.
But yeah, we will be there, and so we can absolutely get together. I'll have both kids, and we're going to do it like we used to do back in the day.
There you go.
Excellent.
Awesome.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I haven't even signed up for anything either. Well, I actually don't have my physically have my ticket yet because it's still under somebody else's name.
I'm running this game 8 times.
Oh, really?
Thursday and Friday. I've got 8 games scheduled for this.
Nice. It is me, right?
See if anybody signs up.
So
We
first
get signed up.
action, second action, third action,
You nailed it.
which gives me this.
Might be unfair, might be
this.
smirking.
There's that.
All right. this one out of the way. I think it's screwing me up. So we'll take those 3 and get 2 yellow and a green with it. Just finish that sucker.
All right, let's see if I can do this right. Let me take a master action,
Master.
right?
Master of puppets.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I'm going to take a normal action.
Yep.
Which will give me a green.
Yep.
And then I can do. Boy, that's tough. What do I got sitting out there? Oh, I do kind of like lining myself.
Making your
up.
play without looking at the board?
You did that wrong.
Did I?
Back up.
Back up? Because it all has to be the same row?
No, back up.
Alright, back up.
Start over.
Start over.
So when we hit April, are we gonna do first and third like we've been doing, or do we wanna switch to second and fourth?
We'll just see whatever. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
So here's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
You're gonna play this one first.
Okay.
I have to play Glenn's game for
But
him.
I don't have this green. I don't have this green one yet. I'm gonna play this one first,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna
Then
do
you're gonna play
ma-
this one.
Then I'm gonna play this one.
Yep. Now you're gonna master.
Now I'm gonna master.
Play that yellow one. It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay. And
Then you're gonna play this one here.
Okay.
Boom. Trigger.
Oh, trigger,
Let
and
it go.
then I
Get
get
ready to get the other
okay.
green one. And then you trigger that one.
Trigger this one.
Yep. So you solve both of those.
Yep, and that gives me the purples.
And gives you one of those.
See, that's
And
smirking.
then
These are done.
these are done.
I feel like 90% of new
But that
players
was my
would not see
master
that.
on that second one, right? Or did I master the?
You mastered the last
Yes.
one, and that gave you the bonus point.
Yes. Forgot about the bonus points.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Glenn was a puddle of goo on Sunday when we played this game last time.
Oh,
I was doing that for him a lot.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you can do better. Let's back that up.
Nice.
I too much con.
So you guys understand what happened there, right? I mean,
Yeah,
he-
yeah. I didn't see it before you
pointed
said
it out.
but
Exactly.
yeah.
But yeah, any opportunity you have to complete multiple
Mm.
puzzles is extra points.
Yeah.
So you should try to figure out how to time it to be able to do that.
Okay.
And so,
So you can master right now.
right.
And all you'd have to do is just play the one to complete the yellows,
Yeah.
right?
And then I
So
get
that completes,
these back and
you get 2
more.
additional yellow. Keep it to the side there for a minute because you're going to need to remember that you have it.
And
Then you're going to master that one.
here I get these
finish,
back and a blue.
and a blue and a combo point.
And a combo point. 'Cause I did too.
Yeah,
Do I like these face down or
those
something?
there's a discard here.
All right.
Once you've fully
Once you're done
resolved,
taking the action,
then you turn
get
them in.
rid of them.
Yeah.
So that was your first action. You still have 2 more.
Yeah.
And you're already winning.
I mean,
She's winning because he
Oh,
actually
is
saw
this
it
what we face
before.
down?
Somebody next to him told him
yeah,
not to do
they're
it.
they're private information.
As opposed to me, who has
Oh,
an
he-
asterisk next
He
to
followed the
his name.
example. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Manhattan Project all right there. We can just break it out.
I haven't played Project Zero.
No? Well, I have. I've been lacking in your education. I
guess
apologize.
so. Well, it's too close to an abstract game, and I just went by abstract games.
I mean, this is more abstract than that is.
I was gonna say,
This is abstract. They abstracted their own game.
Yeah, I don't usually go for abstract games, but every now and then I find one that appeals to me, and I like the looks of this. There was another one that you introduced me to once that where you're doing, what was it? I remember circles and like matching tiles. Azure?
Oh, Azul.
Azul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one impressed me as well.
Azul's fun.
Azul's good.
It is a favorite at the house.
Haha. Suddenly, options. Suddenly Seymour.
Oh no, I was doing.
Suddenly.
I was going back to Xanadu with that.
Right. Life has new meaning to me.
Suddenly, the wind of emotion.
Big Olivia Newton-John fan, huh?
I guess so.
All right, Jim.
I am a child of the 80s, I
The
guess.
80s. Oh, absolutely. I was listening to like one of Spotify's 80s lists. And I'm like, I'm hearing some songs I just heard off the 70s list. I don't think that counts.
That's it.
Wait, you want to see other puzzles, perhaps?
No.
He took points. He took a points puzzle.
He did. Told you.
It's too early. It's too soon. You will regret this decision.
Wins by 2 points.
Right. All right. So this is me. I'm gonna go a 1, a 2, a master. I don't even need any points, anything from anything else. You and you, you and you, and thank you. Next.
Need to think. I'll see this guy. It's 2. All right, then I think I'll master my last. Oh wait, no, that's a mistake.
That's long green.
That is a lot of green. A lot of green I don't quite have.
But you got that purple there.
I do.
A couple of nice greens. Of course, you need like
Isn't-
6 greens to finish your.
Yeah, but he's gonna get 2 greens, but finish the first
Yeah.
one.
Oh, that's true.
There's part of me that's thinking maybe the better route would be to
Just do the one.
do. All right, that would be my third action, and setting myself up for next round.
Yes. Always.
Nope.
I feel like that's all I'm doing this game is just setting myself up for the next round.
Mm.
Next round will be better.
That's right. Almost.
Hmm.
John stuck in my head.
I was listening today. It was ABBA. Something about "Give Your Love to Me" or something like that. There's a really cool chord sequence in that song. I really dig.
That's a great song. Xanadu?
Xanadu.
No,
It's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
The movie's bizarre.
Oh,
Watching a
really?
bunch of
Yeah.
people in roller skating around.
No, it was definitely
Yeah.
a really narrow time frame for that.
where it was
made
relevant.
sense, yeah.
Nice.
And
Okay.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I was
That's
I
good.
was at the right
Yeah.
age that
Okay.
I did 2.
during that time that it worked for me
I
too.
think we did a merge and a split.
Okay.
Yeah, I merged two yellows into a green, and I split 1 blue into a green and a yellow. And then I did a master.
So I got this game on Saturday of the GameCon. Like I came home Saturday night and it was on my front porch.
Mm.
So I opened it up and took it to GameCon on Sunday. Played it 3 times and
Yeah.
didn't win any of them.
Now it's that one you can win.
I hope maybe if I'm lucky I can win this time. But yeah, I mean you beat me once.
You
So
were
I guess
still helping
me.
me.
I guess I beat myself.
I was gonna say. By that time in the GameCon, yeah.
And we
No.
still haven't played Link.
When you master, is it the entire row you have to do?
No,
or
it's
you
one.
do-
It's the top sequence.
more
of-
than one.
It's the top line of each sequence.
Yeah, which could be staggered.
Yeah,
So
they
if
don't have to line
I
up.
added another one here, I'd have to do all 3 to do a
You don't
master.
have to.
You don't have to. Okay, that's what I want to.
Yeah,
But
yes,
you can.
could.
So I can do this then, right? I could take this,
Mhm.
and then I can master like this, right?
Yep.
And then I can master
The one
like
that you're just playing.
this.
That's not mastering. It's just playing. But yeah,
You can only master
I want to
once.
master.
you only master once. Once per
Only,
turn.
only,
per
only
turn.
once per turn.
Yes.
So you mastered with the greens.
So you try to set yourself up for
Okay.
next
Yeah.
round.
So that still works for me.
Yeah.
That still works for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then just do a single
So he's just finishing up that puzzle.
which isn't bad.
I see what you wanted to do there.
Right, right.
You have the right idea.
That's
it's
the
just
right
you can only
idea, but
master
you only
once
master
per turn.
once.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, I gotta stock up here. I think I can do this one pretty easily now. So we'll start there. I think I determined that this one is. Oh, this one. feel like I should take it.
Yeah, should you?
What is
The
that?
icon. I just realized this one has a.
So it's an or see the next to it where it has the.
It only
it's an
requires
all
all
one.
that.
So it's either one
I
blue
see.
or both of them. You want to, but you're like.
I do want to because you don't want me to,
Well, actually, I don't care if you do that one because I don't have the pieces to do that.
right? I don't have the pieces.
But
to
you should do
the
it
other one.
anyways because.
This one has pieces I can do.
No, but that's not the one you wanted.
I mean, I know, but I don't have this one.
Shh.
That's the problem.
Nice, you're messing me up.
That's all I'm here for. My win condition is mess Glenn up. It's at the very least a side quest.
And a noble quest it is.
Always.
Always do all the side quests first.
Always honorable. Yeah, that's right.
Upset at you now.
You should take a fourth puzzle.
You took my puzzle that I
Oh,
wanted.
I'm so sorry.
Is there a maximum number of puzzles you can have?
4.
Ah, okay.
5 is
You're
right
okay,
out. Oh, well, I suppose. And Glenn can't take it anyways.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna do this.
I get really hung up in this game
Yeah,
with
man.
splitting and merging because in my brain it's a less efficient methodology than to just solve a puzzle that gives me the piece I need. So
Then I'm going
Right.
to.
I get really stuck on it when realistically I could have acted like 2 turns earlier if I had just friggin' done the merge or the split or whatever it is I need. You know?
The master.
Master. Pulling your strings. So you did that one?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm starting my master there.
Okay.
Then
Okay,
regarding this
complete anything
piece, this piece, and this piece, and then
No combo points for you.
no combo points, but I'm setting myself up
Could-
for.
Okay.
I'm hoping to set myself up for next round.
Was that your third action?
That was my second.
I just feel like you could have gotten at least a bonus point if you had taken the action before the master, but far be it from me to...
Yep. You want to win this game, right?
I do,
Let
but
me
I mean,
mess up.
I want you to do better. Because, I mean, this tells me that you probably should have been able to
I could do a second.
master...
I could
2
do this one here and then get a bonus point, I guess.
Well, but then that would free up and you would finish that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying. Well, no, that's true. You're right. You'd only get 1 bonus point.
Because I only have 1 action left.
Correct.
So this is my last
Correct.
action.
You could have
So
set
you're
one of the puzzles up
probably
to
right.
solve,
I
yeah.
can go ahead and get the bonus point that way. and
Yes.
That's probably is a better way than me trying to figure out how to. I mean, there's a potential I could have got 2 next round, but yeah.
But that's
it is what
one,
it is.
then one now, one later.
Exactly. All right.
I guess I really shouldn't second guess. Maybe you have an ultimate, strategy you're trying to execute.
I-
and just screwing it up.
I was just deferring my my bonus points to the next round. So
Sure. Never defer bonus points. No. More points.
There's a saying that Hank Hill did in one of his sayings where he was, something that he really wanted required him to wait for it, and he was very excited about the fact that he'd have to wait for it. But I can't remember the exact quote. But it always stuck with me. It's like, oh yeah. It's like the deliciousness of having to wait for something. It's going to reward you instead of getting it right away.
I have never done that. That was not me ever. I'm getting better about it, but Kickstarter kind of does that to me, right?
Yeah, well,
It's the worst of both worlds.
Well,
I
yeah,
can pay
no,
for
you-
it now and then wait for it.
Exactly. You want it right away, but then you realize, oh wait, this will take a year to materialize if
3.
I'm lucky.
Year or 2 or 3.
So that's why I do a lot of ones that give me PDFs, so it's normally like 3 months.
Oh, jeez.
Or immediate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or right away in some STLs. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Comics and role-playing books, those two, I always look for the options that also give me a PDF so that I get that immediate satisfaction.
Yeah. Nice.
So that was a master.
Mm-hmm.
And still mastering. And even more mastering. Don't reach mouse point. Bonus.
Once the pile runs out.
Okay.
Then you trade up.
Not
You-
shh. Then the only bonuses are available for twos.
Really got plan ahead. That'd be the. I mean, that would be like a challenge.
Yeah,
button.
that would.
Thank you. Yeah, if you want to increase the difficulty level, you make it where it's like you can't take bonus points. They're just
If they're not
or they're
available.
not there.
That's a strategy that you could, you yourself could thing. But if you refuse to do it, then it
This game feels like Bejeweled to me.
That'd be a
Say again?
that'd be a
This game feels like Bejeweled to me.
Like Bejeweled.
It's a little.
I feel like
We're looking for the explosion.
Yeah.
yeah. That's like Puzzle Strike. I should break out Puzzle Strike and play that.
We played that at Key.
Did you know I played it?
Yeah, a Game Storm one.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did. We did. I brought it out once. I've only played it a couple of times.
So it reminded me a little bit of that Sonic game where you're building up and then.
Yeah, I know, right? That was funny. I desperately wanted that game to be Mega Man. I don't know why. It's just like I felt like that deserves to be a game.
First action. Second action.
Oh my, he's getting all the points. He's never gonna complete all those.
Third
Doing
action.
it.
He's trying so
Are you
hard.
allowed to like shift these around?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can put whatever order you want. I sit here and like, I'll stage my pieces. Like, okay, these go here, and these go here. What do I need? And, Wow. No bueno. I want a fourth puzzle. I guess it's this one. And then, how do I do this? I'm going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 10 pieces, one of which does not fit. This guy is going to get split. So I'm going to split that to get one of these, and I'm going to get one of these. And then I will just play. That's not enough, so I'll do this. Damn. I didn't screw him up. 2.
Master.
Master.
Make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
And that's there. Gets me one of those. Use that there. Gets me another one of those. Down, and then one of these can go right here. And give me
A whole bunch.
Give me a little of that. And give me one of those.
2 bonus points.
Alright.
Combo-rific.
Alright. Now I think I can. Now it's time to pivot.
Right?
Kinda.
Blank slate.
I'm missing a couple pieces that might make that. Mixing an orange and a peach. Peach. Calling it peach. Maybe it's nectarine.
I think nectarines are more orange.
Think so.
I
Or
think it's
maybe
peach and nectarine.
peach and nectarine.
Yeah. Or mango.
Mango. That could be mango. Orange Julius.
Either way, they're
and,
delicious.
I didn't. I had something that was tasted just like an orange Julius from Burgerville.
Don't eat the candy-like pieces.
Yeah, why didn't you? You could have just gotten
Starburst.
Starburst and
Do they make blue
then
ones?
print little stickers to stick on them,
Little edible stickers.
and then whoever wins has to eat all the
They
pieces.
have to eat their pieces.
Exactly. And then,
It's an interesting twist. I think it might make me ill.
it might. No, a little diabetic coma right at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
You
congratulations,
win.
you win diabetes.
Yay! I did. Fun times.
What'd you play? Diabetes. Ooh, sounds fun. It's pretty sweet. So I had a priming disaster this weekend.
How'd you have priming disaster?
Well, I got a little aggressive.
That's why the.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, that got hot, and those pieces got a little bendy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, cool down. I got them back in the alcohol now to kind of scrub them off. I got to have them ready for Tuesday. They're for Clank Legacy. For mine and Craig's pieces, like, oops, that was a misstep. Yeah, I was trying to airbrush the primer, and
You
Got-
stop taking my cards.
I got kind of aggressive. And I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, I've piled up like a ton of primer, and like the eye sockets for this character is like lost all this.
Did you need to increase the medium in the primer?
I think I hadn't fully mixed it, and
Okay.
so it was like spraying, and then like the air was like pushing it.
Gotcha.
So,
you get,
I had to
it's
back
like
it
a
off.
chunk and
Yeah,
boom.
so I had to back it off, and then I was spraying a whole lot, not paying attention to try to get full coverage, and it's like, this is not going well. So
You have to show me your which spray booth you bought.
sure, I will do that. It was like $130.
Too tired to think about the I can't think of the words.
He's too tired to even think.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Even the thinking is hard.
I'm trying to decide what the cost to value ratio of the difference between the action economy of doing a master action every round as opposed to doing a master action only when you have a good combo.
Yeah. I mean-
I'm not sure what the result of that equation would be.
I think it really does vary when you're depending upon, you know.
Is that 3 for you?
And then
No, 2.
Sometimes, yeah, you know, essentially losing a round might gain you the ability to, you know.
Make it up.
Make
Get
it
more
up.
points out of it. the next
Exactly,
time.
'cause
Yeah.
you might have been, because I finished a single card this round, I'm not going to be able to finish 4 next round or something of that
Right,
nature.
and that is really the key, right? It's like if you complete 2 this round, 2 next round. If you have a way to set it up instead to do all 4, it's worth 2 extra points if you do it that way.
But sometimes you'll take that round where like, okay, I'm going to finish 1 card and do 1 master, you know, but the master action's not going to finish the other cards. And then, but the next round you can see a play where it's going to get you all 4 and make it worth it.
Yeah, like for me right now,
Yeah.
I mean, if I master now, then I
Yeah.
still
Yeah, you're going to have to wait an
I have
entire.
to wait a whole other turn.
Either that or you're going to have to play some games over here just to
Changing pieces
change
out.
this up. Yeah. Which maybe that's it's not necessarily a bad thing either.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you don't think about the fact that, like right now I'm looking at that, I can't do that. Well, yeah, I can, Glenn, because that will allow me to do that one, and then I can,
Right.
but there's just enough things to think about that. See, then Mark right now is sort of locking himself into. So now he's not going to think outside the box because.
Well, I mean, I can see what I have. It's like, can I even complete? Done?
I'm good.
Can you complete?
I can. I mean, I can chain things over,
Yeah,
but
do it.
easy there. Easy there, killer.
Perhaps the most efficient play would be, in a perfect world, would be to first collect all the puzzles, making sure they are puzzles you can do masters for every step.
It's possible, but even still, that faces you with. You're still faced with the situation that you can only master once per turn.
Correct, but you would often also need to make room for the potential of merging and splitting.
Mm-hmm.
So you would need to factor in having a little bit of extra wiggle room.
Correct. So, like for me right now, I mean, the way I see this is, I don't have to master right now. I could place and complete 1 to get some more material to work with, possibly, and maybe even start thinking about. It's like, do I want to get some point tiles to start playing with? No.
I don't know.
I don't. Well, Glenn would know. All right, so let's see. Let's do it this way. We're gonna go. What do you want? Yellow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we'll so we'll go 1. We'll go 2. Complete that. Get this. And then for my third, I'm gonna grab this guy.
Were you projecting?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. See, I still don't have enough to finish this completely.
I think you're thinking too far ahead.
I feel like I do that quite often.
Some more tiles out.
Yeah. I guess before I get on crazy, I probably should see what my other options are too. Oh, that one's even better.
Yeah, see, earlier I had one that I was gonna go grab for a different one, but the one that came up was better, and I'm glad I didn't.
What'd you?
Somebody else.
I'm sure. Plenty of opportunities.
I'm trying to figure out which one you want so I can take it.
Good. Good. Let the hate flow.
Weird.
Hmm?
Look at this, like, there's numbers on
Yeah, it's,
here. 847.
Yes.
it
There
denotes,
are.
It denotes which tile it is.
And then over here it's EWT.
Actually, funny enough, now that you say that, I have an email to that effect. I need to put in codes for 4 puzzles.
EWT.
Where is that email?
I got an Ute as well.
You have an as well?
Ute. Ute de Butte.
That's what I was gonna say.
And
Well, actually, is that an A or is that a B? That might be a B.
Okay, your turn.
I think it's a B.
then
B. B27.
Oh, it's a B.
B25,
It's not an
B45.
A. It's a B45. Okay, that makes more sense. Then, because I'm like, why would this one start with an E?
This
The
doesn't
rest of them
explain
are all
Ute,
numbers.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I know where it is. I have it here.
If I'm up, Glenn?
Yeah.
Alright.
Burned out my power supply
Do you have any assistance? Here we go.
on my
One,
smoker.
Take our forces.
Two.
WT.
Gives me that and that. And then for my third trick, I'm going to master.
That does make a really need one of those.
What, an orange?
Yeah.
Now, when I was choosing my stuff, I was trying to make sure I diversified because while the easy ones consistently only take 1s and 2s, the moment you try to start looking at any points, they almost all consistently require more complex formations.
Yeah.
So first I went for a 3, and then I went for each different kind of 3, and now I'm looking at getting a pink. I mean, perhaps it's interesting to me that you chose to toss your red 4, considering how rare those are.
Oh, that's clever. I see what you did there.
Breaking it down.
Cause trouble there? Noise.
Who's it up? Oh, okay, we're waiting for Mark.
Is
to
it me
play.
now? I was hoping you would say something. Apparently, I was.
Is it
Apparently,
you?
I was
Well,
mistaken.
when I was done, I said, there.
He knocked twice on the table.
No, he did not.
I was
No,
saying,
he did not. I
the
would
game
notice
at
that.
the game con, Alan did that. Beth really, he was sitting next to him. He finished his turn and went, and Beth immediately knew, like, oh, I can start my turn now because I always tease her about it.
Very
little
nice.
known magic fact.
Yes,
You
exactly.
did play it originally.
Nice.
You took it.
What?
You took the puzzle I wanted.
I told him to.
That means I have to do something else.
You do. Begin doing
So
something
you don't
else
plan.
now.
You don't want to plan too far ahead.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't
Yeah,
look
right.
at the board state. This is flux.
Exactly.
Oh, bold move.
I will actually wait.
You will wait.
I will
You'll-
master.
You will like it.
Hmm.
Oh, when you master, it just has to be the top. It doesn't have to be
Correct.
in a row. Oh, okay.
Correct. Then I will.
Hmm.
Oh, is
I
that
have
gonna
enough
finish something? Oh, he
play.
is.
I'll look at Mergen. But that's not worth very many points, so it might still be worth going for pieces. Yeah.
I'm going to complete this one also. Free these up. Alright. There you go, bud.
I think I'm gonna do this. And then I think I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to master. I'll start here. Obviously that goes there, and then this goes here.
Obviously.
Tis elementary ones.
And then, where do I want to start next?
So you just played the one and then you mastered after that?
Yeah.
Put one foot in front of the other.
And soon we'll be walking out the door.
Yeah.
Fine.
Now I'm gonna beverage up. I'm gonna hydrate.
Hydrate.
My turn?
We haven't even gotten a command for that yet.
I know.
Mm. I get. I want to separate those two. Get those two mixed up. Those. And this. For now.
That is not where the beverages are.
And this. Get a yellow.
He does seem to have a handle on it.
Mm.
And get a 4.
Right. Alright, Jim, do better than that.
No.
You're not my dad.
I do have a lot of yellows. Most of these don't require any. 3s require an entire extra step, but it's only a yellow. But the pieces are extremely awkward.
So first we'll do that.
It would literally cost less if you merge.
Hands are tired.
Your hands are tired?
So went to the Portland Yacht Club yesterday night for their annual crab feed.
Oh, I was gonna say you were yachting.
I mean, I could just do this.
No.
It's like
Sounds
half
very
the
answered.
resources. It's not a bad
That's
idea.
right. But maybe. No, I just cracked crabs. Like, a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
Never eaten so much crab in one.
He's a maniac, maniac.
And then all I have to do is I'm gonna take this and
Take
Oh,
that.
you were still on your.
yeah, that was my first action.
Oh, okay.
Well, now
Take
it's
this and I'm gonna merge for this.
It was so impressive. I thought it was like all three.
It seemed amazing. I know.
Okay.
Now do better.
No.
Wow, that's a 3-slotter, huh? There's like no options there. It's, you will
You
have.
play 3 tiles. Yeah,
you
exactly.
will play 3 tiles. Of course, he's got
You
tiles
will
I don't
pass
have.
go.
I don't even have those tiles. Damn it! I just realized I took a piece out. I'm gonna have to play around with
Was it 100 or 200? I haven't played Monopoly in so
So-
long.
For what?
Monopoly Pass and Go.
Oh, 200.
Second
200, okay.
action.
Nice.
One of these. And then third action.
I'll be lucky to score 10 points in this game. I think. I feel like I have no momentum.
All right, that's me.
That's you. I mean, you got a 3-pointer set up there, so you can get
Yeah.
a decent combo going at least.
I gotta do some merging though, which doesn't excite me.
I've done like 3 or 4 merges. Merging isn't bad.
Oh, that's right. I need this here. Because I'm doing it differently. I do this.
There's like some efficiency cost to think about, but
Yeah.
I'm finding so far for the most part, the biggest difficulty in the game is finding the right pieces. So it's more about finding these that convert into complex 3s and 4s than it is anything else, because once you do that, you don't even have to think about these, you can just go for these.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I just have this right now. So I can spend 1 turn doing that for the first 3 steps, and then the next turn I can like
Oh no, I could have mastered on that.
take a 2,
Damn it.
put 1 in, do a master,
All right.
and then I'll get 4 points.
Sorry, Jim. I wasn't paying attention to your turn.
Yeah, I could have mastered on that one. That would have worked out fine.
I'm gonna master.
I'd make some comment about you being a master at fly fishing, but
That's right.
it's not. We're not after dark yet.
Good gravy.
Yeah, a bunch of those.
I guess so. All right.
Glenn likes the peach.
I do.
2 points. We'll just leave that one alone.
Hey, the good news is we've now replaced. I've now replaced the song in my head.
With peaches, 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 peaches.
No.
I was going down.
I was not a fan of the movie. I know it's a bit
I was doing.
Yeah.
a bit of an unpopular opinion, but
I was the president's United
Yeah, it's
States.
President
of
Francis Maria.
I was moved to the country.
Going to the country. Lots of peaches.
Oh wait, was that my? That was my.
That was your master? I don't know what you were doing.
That was my first move. Okay, I apologize, guys. I'm taking longer than I should here.
Yeah, Glenn. Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
you
you're
are.
holding us up so
I
badly.
am. This is terrible. Very,
But what's new?
I'm a very bad man. So
It's the hat.
So naughty.
It's the hat.
So naughty. Are you kidding me?
Take your tail and beat you with it.
Exactly.
Getting the tail on the glass.
All right. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. After dark.
look for things you have the pieces for, and if you don't have the pieces for things, look for what's closest. Take 1, and then look
that'll
for.
give you a target.
Exactly.
And then start grabbing things over here that will create the pieces that you're missing.
If only my opponents didn't take those pieces from me.
We do what we can.
Let's just do that. Let's just do
Well, that's
because
why,
you care.
well, that's why it helps to diversify what kinds of pieces you have initially.
Now I'll try to figure out how I'm gonna do what I just did. But that's
Alright.
okay.
Quinn.
Replace card.
My first turn is very simple.
That's great. Okay. How many lists does it take to get the center Tootsie Pop?
The world may never know.
Yes.
Right, I'm up. How to correct the mistake that I made before. First action. That should have been part of my master. Second action, I'm going to master. So I get that for 2,
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good play.
and then that one for 3
Nice.
+1.
plus 1, which leaves me a third action.
I'm gonna flip that.
It's a secret. You can't know I have one. Don't look, Chad. He said to nobody.
I like that. Third action piece.
Yeah, I have an idea that just an option.
Okay.
I also like that piece.
I'm going to play.
Hmm.
I'm going to play. No, not. Yeah. Wait. I got master. 1. A 2. Nice. Secret.
You by chance have a cribbage board?
Here,
Mm.
I have one somewhere. Yes.
I was just gonna see if I could borrow one, if you had one. I want to teach Queen cribbage.
I would really have to think about it. It's probably in my camping stuff, but maybe I could.
I'm planning on buying one, but I just don't know what I want to buy yet. So, but I kind of want to show him how to play.
I'd probably 3D print one, honestly.
True.
Yeah. Let's see if Kathy's busy. Maybe she can find it.
I was like, if
Yeah,
there's
we'll go
any
with that
gamers
instead.
I know that might have one, you would be the only one I could think of.
And my third action would turn that in for that. Okay.
Yeah, I saw some nice ones. I'm a little torn between getting something that's nice looking on like an Amazon, something that's more mass produced, or going to Etsy where you get one handmade.
Well,
Some of the Etsy ones are really nice.
Yeah.
good grief! I mean, the expansions brings like a bunch of
Oh,
them
yeah.
to
Yeah.
the
So,
brought to the game to the newer game con.
so I guess they have a few down.
Oh.
I wanted to go
So there's some chapters.
physically touch them down in chapters and maybe find one.
Of course, they have really cool decks of cards too.
Mm.
So.
You just go down on Monday night, play one of theirs, and figure out which one you want to.
Do this
You know,
a little more transparent.
But I mean, if your cribbage board doesn't have brass pegs, it's not worth playing.
right.
Okay.
On Etsy, I saw some of these like ceramic pegs where I was looking at them and it was like $5 or $6, and it's like, oh, per peg.
Per peg, yeah, exactly.
That's interesting.
I mean, if you want to just get a
But
cheap,
yeah, so-
cheap
so-
thing, you go to Freddy's. And
Yeah, some of the nice boards I was looking at were like $100+ and oh, they're so nice though.
Interesting.
I'm just such a sucker for handcrafted.
But we're all near the
Yeah,
end of the
stuff.
game, so
All right, so stuff is disappearing here.
we're nearing the end of the game.
Yes, that little draw pile is getting kind of small
I messed up.
So,
Already? again.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
Well, no, this is a problem.
I am in serious trouble.
I'm in danger.
He felt
I'm
English
definitely not
impossible.
I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish this the way I was thinking.
Is it who? Who's it's Jim's turn, right?
It's my turn.
Okay, that's what I thought.
What was I thinking? I don't know. Oh, that's alright.
What were you thinking?
I don't-
then? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so first action.
You know, I was thinking with Jason's return, we might have to.
Jason's coming back.
Yeah.
He is.
Ooh.
We might.
nice.
We might have to consider making a regular trip out to Hillsborough to play together.
Oh yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
And Chris would be super happy if we
Oh,
sat
yeah.
down and played that racing game every time.
I know.
you know?
Maybe it actually
Second
get good enough to.
action, we will
Compete. I know, right?
master.
I'll get used to getting flipped over at the slightest touch and be like, okay, fine, that's just me.
And then third action, we'll go there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You took the 3-pointer, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
Somebody's got to.
Right?
It's not like you would know what to do with it.
Well, I never. Take that.
That's why you don't score.
I'll take that. Now I have some prep work to do.
I was gonna say, bit big for your britches, aren't you?
How dare you? You call me fat? That.
Conversation to do that.
Calling you hungry.
Hungry.
I have to go for a
Makes me
little.
think of Fat Princess. Hungry.
Yeah, I might have to go for a little.
Miss that game so much. Let's do a trade up. I'm gonna merge these into that.
I can't.
That's my third action. Whatever. Don't worry, you got plenty of time to flounder over there.
Yeah.
Quinn's just gonna trigger endgame next turn. On his turn. So
I guess it just be best
you
for
only
me
get
to
one
score,
more turn.
score some points here then. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. Alright, then I'm gonna do this. Then I'm going to
This is incorrect. So you have to. I've got this one too. There now it matches.
then I'm gonna trade this for that.
I think I like this game.
And then I'm going to master
This is nice, isn't it?
It's pretty fun.
I'm gonna master these two.
William's
A
a
master.
huge fan of Project L. He's got a copy of it. So I kickstarted the original version,
Mhm.
and then they did a reprint with an expansion, and I kickstarted it again and got him his own copy, so you can take it with him to Chicago.
I,
He just loves the puzzle.
I almost backed Project L. I was
Did I?
really enamored with it, but at the time I had other projects that I was backing, and I just couldn't justify doing it and those.
Yeah.
And like I said, abstract games are not usually my jam. And
What are you doing?
I'm feeling like I
he's
finished
counting the
black,
cards.
but I don't see it over here. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't.
I tried
Never
to
mind.
check for that to make sure that.
No, it's all,
and now
it's
you
all
just
good.
screwed it all up.
I haven't done anything. No, there was already one that
flipped
was
that one.
flipped over. I noticed that.
Anyway,
I snuck it in there
also
just for
put
you.
that's chess.
You also took two stacks.
Cribbage
picked
is
two
the-
stacks up
the
and
wood
flipped
one with
them,
the
so
pegs.
now
Oh yeah,
it's not top down anymore.
It goes in there.
I thought I
Doesn't
had one.
necessarily
Oh, is it
matter.
over?
I was
No.
just making sure the back.
Is it over there? It's over there. Somewhere. I know it's in there. I'll find it.
Hmm?
My cribbage board. Alright, is this Quinn?
I played cribbage.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me?
I've never played cribbage.
You've never played cribbage?
Okay. Wasn't I didn't play backgammon until about 2 years ago.
Oh, I hate backgammon.
Oh, awesome.
My dad
Thank
loves
you.
it. The strategy of backgammon escapes me. Alright, endgame
So
trigger.
now I can teach you cribbage.
Well, I think Jason really loved backgammon.
Backgammon.
Yeah. If I remember right.
Okay. Alright, last turn, Jim.
Alright. So we're gonna start out with
You don't score either one of these?
We're gonna start out with a master.
Why? No.
Mm.
No.
No.
You're not.
Wow.
Unless you can't. Can you not play the other one?
That one?
You can't finish that one.
I can finish that one after I finish this one. If I'm mastering
Got
this
it.
one,
So
clears
you
it out,
can't-
right?
Yeah. Yes. You can't get the bonus. I see what you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Yep.
You only,
mastering
you only get the bonus when you clear them all out?
on a master.
On the same round.
It's when you master and complete multiple puzzles you get bonuses.
Alright.
But
If you master and only complete one puzzle?
no bonus.
You just, yeah. But you do get to
But I
complete
see what
the
you're
puzzle.
doing. So you're completing the
Yeah.
puzzle, and then you're continuing the master action on the other one with the
Right.
pieces you're getting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So, that was complete.
There's the master.
And
Action.
then
Second
second
action.
action.
Yep.
And then
Third
third
action.
action.
Yep.
Well, he does get a point because
Yeah.
he did two
Yeah.
puzzles in the same.
No. It's
No,
only
'cause that's
in a
not-
master action.
Oh, only in a master action.
Only in a
Oh,
master
I thought it was
action.
across your entire turn.
No, I'm taking an explosion.
Gotcha.
Nope.
Right.
Fill up to one row in each of your sequences and claim a combo score token.
Don't even
That's part of the master action.
claim your combos.
Your mom claims a combo
She
score
did.
token. All right, this is sad. Let's see. I think I
She
can
left
do.
the chat afterwards too.
Actually, what? left the chat.
Your board looks far too ambitious.
Well, I don't lose points for it. And I was hoping to be able to score them instead of somebody finishing out the game, a little early there. So,
He's
first action here, second action here.
he's playing military.
Military?
Master this,
So,
followed
Look.
by
Race for the Galaxy military players try to end the game sooner because because the engine build will dominate
will
them
destroy
later
them if they don't finish fast.
if they don't finish fast.
All right,
Okay.
all right, Glenn.
All right, I will
Last turn.
last turn. I'll take an action,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will take a action to convert.
Oh, did I? I mastered those two, right?
That
I should have a bonus point also.
to that, and then my last action will be to do that, and 3 actions later, and happiness, and that's.
All right, Glenn.
game.
Last turn.
Oh, that's right. He gets one more.
Oh, I get one more.
Yeah, you finish. You do one more complete round, even turns, and he was first player.
So do you have?
I
Do you have enough points
did not
to
know.
finish?
I would have gone for a 2.
Well, you can still possibly finish a 1-pointer.
No, I can. It's just I would have done a 2 last. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. No,
That
it would have mattered.
You would have taken
I
2
would've-
ones.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that you
I
could
would have
get
been
the
able to
bonus
combo.
bonus.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I thought my turn ended when I emptied the thing, basically.
Yeah. No. You trigger end game and everybody gets an equal.
No, I can do
equal
that. I
number
can
of
do this one.
turns
Mhm.
because of end.
Right.
From the person you triggered the end game. Yeah.
Well, no.
Oh no,
it's
from
the
from
first
from
player.
starter player. Okay.
So that,
Well.
L.
and wait, I can't do that. What am I thinking? I don't know if that is a 1-pointer I can actually do
You should be able to
Why
do
can you
this
not do
one.
that one?
because I have to do it in.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, he doesn't have.
No, I don't have them.
He doesn't have.
I lack the correct pieces.
Oh,
You need a green, a blue, and then a red.
yeah. You could, but you
Yeah.
remember you can
Oh,
convert. You've got 3 actions, so you do one.
No, he takes the puzzle,
He
then
did
he
say
plays
that.
green and
First
blue,
action.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
then he plays red.
Yep. And then he plays.
It's an easy
because you
one.
do have a red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bingo.
There you go.
Not that he needs another point, he's still going to win.
All right.
Right.
All right, so
Maybe.
And then
now puzzles you didn't complete go away, and
Alright.
you score what you got. And like I said, oh hey, maybe I made 10. I got to 10.
Nice.
So 11.
7,
Oh, you just had to one up.
I had to.
You have
11, 12, 13.
13.
14.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everybody was 1 point apart.
10, 11, 13, 14. Close.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is square one.
Nice.
And
I
now,
like this.
I know we should not play again because now you know how to play, and then.
Now you'll
There
dominate.
you go.
But they're not new anymore.
That's true.
So
that's
maybe
true.
it makes up for it.
No, it won't.
No?
I think there are things I would play a little differently now.
Oh, definitely.
Now that I have like a game under the belt and I kind of am seeing the patterns.
Well, we can certainly play again
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be up for it.
if you guys want to, or we could pull out Project L
Ooh,
if you wanted to see the other version.
I'm kind of interested in that. How do you feel, Quinn?
I don't care either way.
Yeah, let's get an introduction to Project L today.
Project
There you
L.
go.
All right, so then
Great.
real quick, let's go
Brain's
ahead
gonna
and
melt.
give chat a small break while we reconfigure the table, and we will switch to Project L. So we'll be back in a little bit.
Just a little bit. and go for, already, you already have, you already have that production dies and stuff for it,
Right.
and you're just putting a different label on it. Save some money, maybe. Who knows?
Okay, so we are getting set up here for. They're curling. I need to reorder these. Yeah, they've got.
Ooh.
There was a problem with their manufacturing of the glue, and some of them had problems splitting.
Oh.
But these ones are curling. I can still get replacements. I just never got a chance to look at my actual
Is there a certain specific amount for player count?
16.
So I need to make sure there's 16.
Yes. So everybody starts with one yellow piece and one green piece.
Yeah, 'cause it's on the board.
Yes. Well, it says it here on your little map.
Oh.
And then you'll notice here that your map shows you where your things go, right? So you've got level 1, your puzzle 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you
Okay.
have 4 puzzles. Look at the top of your map.
There's 16 tiles.
Little indicator.
So your puzzles
Very
will go
top
here.
edge.
That's what those are marking there.
So how many
Your
for
pieces
the
will go
next
here.
level?
No,
up?
I was talking about the 16 for number of players.
20, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, that was here, but
So there's always 2 that you never know what they're gonna be? Or did I miscount?
I don't know.
Sorry. I just realized that there's a possibility either I screwed
You got
up.
16.
Okay. Yeah. So there's always 2 you'll never know.
Well, there's 2 more. You can go up to 2 more players.
Oh, okay. So then it just goes up to the okay.
Correct.
okay.
But so there's only 2 extra tiles for the next player, or the last
Well,
player.
or you add expansion tiles.
Oh,
There's a whole
okay.
section of tiles I haven't.
Gotcha.
included, So. All right.
Oh.
So
Oh, we started out with something. Green and-
some similarities, right? So the white tiles are infinite, so they'll recycle. The black tiles are the indicator for end game. Again, same system. Once the last one's drawn, you finish that round and play one more round. Now,
there's
when
some
you're
white tiles that give you points.
yeah, there are. Yeah, that's one difference in this game.
Yeah, but but we can see that, right?
You get points and you get a reward,
Nice.
both.
And the black ones give both consistently, but
Yes.
also much higher
Correct.
and more difficult most likely.
Correct. So when this stack runs out, that's the last round. When that happens, on your turn, you're only allowed to take one black puzzle at that point. You can't take multiples.
Okay.
Okay. This game also has an end game action after play has finished that's called finessing, that lets you finesse your last puzzles. But when you do that, you lose points for each piece you're playing to complete the finesse. Okay, so it basically reduces the value of the puzzle you're completing. But you lose points for puzzles you haven't completed at the end of the game. So you're kind of
Okay.
offsetting that loss by saying, well, okay, I don't get as many points for it, but at least I'm not losing all the points for it.
Right. Okay.
Okay? I buried the rule book, actually.
So don't bite off more than you can chew.
This game, yes, you want to be careful how much you're taking, especially towards the end of the game, right? Because if you see that somebody could finish it out, it's like, well, maybe I don't want to take that puzzle because if I can't finish it, then it's not worth it.
Right.
So, again, on your turn, you can take a puzzle. You can recycle. So you can choose one of the rows and remove all the puzzles in it and refill it with new puzzles from the appropriate deck. Okay, so you can wipe a row. You can upgrade a piece, right? You can either take one single level 1 piece, okay, or you can upgrade it 1 level, or you can downgrade it as much as you want.
Do we get to see this immediately after I take a piece?
Yes. You can place 1 piece from your supply into one of your puzzles. And you can master, which lets you put 1 piece on any number of puzzles you have in front of you. Okay, again, same as before. Once you commit a piece to a puzzle, it's locked in, including positional. So once you place a piece on your puzzle and it's in that position, you can't move it.
Oh,
Okay.
we all start with one.
One yellow and 1 green.
All right. So just make sure I've got. So I drew this card, replaced it with that one.
Mhm.
Drew this one, and replaced it with this. That's 2 of my 3 actions. I can master for my last action, correct?
Yes.
And it works just the way the other one does. So
Yep.
All right. So then I get this, and then I can reuse these 2 pieces to that.
That was
Correct?
I have no idea what just happened.
You might have lost. Well, you didn't lose power, but
No.
it was definitely
I'm
It-
still
the power hit, yeah.
streaming, it seems, but my kitchen lights definitely flickered.
All right.
So if we lose the stream, just so everybody knows, I won.
Up to one piece.
Yeah, you can only
Up to-
master one piece.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's
okay.
one piece per puzzle.
One piece per puzzle. So I
Correct.
didn't have this one at the time. So do you pop and then keep going, or
Yeah, you can still
Okay,
chain
so I
them.
can
Yeah,
do
it's the
that.
same-
All
it
right.
works the same way.
You still
Okay.
chain them. There are
But I
no
just-
bonus points for doing.
but I just can't put more than one piece, so I can't finish this puzzle because of
Correct.
Okay, bingo. All right,
Correct.
There we go. It's my turn.
Now you put your completed victory point tiles over here.
Okay.
Okay, when you finish them, if it's non-victory point, you just discard it.
Do you put them face down like in the other where you're hiding the score?
It shows them face
Yes.
up here.
Well, I mean, you can do it either way.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not called finesse. It's called finishing touches. So yeah, at the end of the game, you get the opportunity to do finishing touches. This is so low. It's been a little while since I played this version.
I'm done.
Yeah,
My
you are
first
done.
turn.
You are.
My turn?
Yeah.
My name is in here somewhere in little tiny print.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we'll talk about finessing.
I've lost track of how many Kickstarter games my name is sitting in the rule books on.
Right. My brother found my name on
Bit too difficult
Iridia before he found his
Hold on,
own.
right now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mine should be in there somewhere too, I think.
I can only get 3 by doing a 3. It's interesting. So, take that. Why are they upside down?
You can't chain finishing touches, by the way. So when you finishing touch, you complete a puzzle, you can't carry those pieces over. You have to complete all your finishing touches first, then score.
There's no bonus points for.
No bonus points for
Mastering.
multiples, no.
Interesting. Very interesting. That being said, there's also a curious lack of easy pieces. So I'm gonna do that instead.
That reminds me of better.
And then I think I'll just do this for the last one.
If you master that,
You can master it, and then
Oh yeah, yeah.
you can finish the one there.
No,
and then-
mastering only lets you. Oh,
Yeah.
only lets you place one piece.
Yeah, so
for
but
each.
you
Oh
can
yeah. that's what
mas-
you-
you
Yeah.
can master this one first, get a green piece, and then put the green piece there. So it doesn't matter necessarily whether you put the green or yellow.
I can only put one piece on each map though.
Correct.
Exactly, but you're gonna get a green piece here. Is what I'm saying.
But I
But
already
he's already put. So he's
I can
taken
only
two
put-
puzzles.
I can either put
Yeah.
the yellow
So
or the
now he
green
gets a
on.
master
Right.
action.
Mm-hmm.
He only put one piece on that puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
Whether it gets
necessarily
the green
matter
or not.
whether it's a green or a yellow,
Yeah.
well,
but you do get
I
a
would,
green,
argue,
another
I would
green
argue
piece.
that it does because
I would put the green. Yeah.
because by putting the green there, you end up with a yellow and green in your hand that's
exactly.
fluid.
Yeah.
Versus
Do
putting the yellow there, you
and
have two greens in your hand
in
that
your
might be harder to fit into another puzzle.
Okay.
No.
Done.
No, that's
I
what.
think
I definitely see where you're going there.
one. Actually, did I only do 2?
You drew. No,
You
drew
took
I
two
took 2.
puzzles.
I took 2 and I did a
Puzzles,
master.
yeah.
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, that was a non-scoring one. I see. So
Oh, that's right. So this is.
I don't know why, but I feel like. I wonder if there's a meta for if you are further from the first player, you have to cycle the whites. Because I don't see how Dad can do anything unless he cycles whites.
Which you certainly can. As an action, you can recycle.
Recycle.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that
yeah,
It
because
gets rid of a row. And
Oh.
yeah, because that I could see how that would be. Yeah, because
Yeah,
right now
you're-
that's tough. That's a tough one to start out with
Yeah,
if you want to get.
Probably
past
don't
it.
want to do that.
It's sad. It's sad that you're having to take one of your actions to do it, but if you could potentially then solve one first round, which I would imagine you'd want to be able to do. You know, just 3D print some.
Yeah, right?
2 layers bad. Why isn't bad?
Piece of cake.
Exactly.
and we can have up to 4 puzzles, huh?
Remind me
I would imagine.
to. 4 puzzles?
Yes, up to 4.
Up to 4.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to do
some more.
Oh yeah, I
If
meant
not,
to.
I could buy a roll from you. That'd be worth.
I was looking at the pricing and it's just I couldn't. I was gonna get. I need Sunlu filament, and right now in the United States they have black and gray.
Oh.
It's like I don't need black or gray.
That's all I use.
I know, right? And of course, all I have is 5 kilogram spools of black right now. If you like that.
No, I didn't. I can just grab some. I just.
They refill as you pull them up, right?
Yes, that's true.
I figured if it could combo off of your order, but I can just easily just do it.
I'd like to try to figure that out if I can and help you out.
All right. Well, I'm okay either way.
Okay.
We can. I can wait, or I can just pull it. I mean, I'm just printing on blue and brown right now.
That's my turn.
Okay. This is gross.
Very interesting. He's recycling.
All right. Where did- Oh, I have it over here.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what did you do? What insanity?
Okay. I will take this puzzle.
That's the one I wanted.
I know. And I'll take this puzzle.
Damn it.
See, I can use your one. Be happy.
I'm definitely rolling some dice here.
Oh, it's blue? Alright, so then. Oh boy, that's a rough. So if I did 2. So with 2 actions there. I guess probably should have done this because it might have been a.
Goodness.
Such a moron.
All right. I have
Oh,
to do
well.
this afterwards.
I'll live with mine. So then if I master here. That gives me a blue, which I can put here.
Which you can put.
Green, and I get the blue back, which I can shove
Yeah.
out here.
Mhm.
And then I got the green. Okay. And no bonus for doing 2.
Nope. No bonuses around here.
No bonuses. Now that is interesting because that means we're also
Those
you
were
go through
those
those.
shuffle.
They will, but except for the ones that have victory points on them,
That is
they
true.
do get pulled out. So that's an interesting little thing. Something it's a little different.
Mhm.
I like it. I like it. I might have to get this game. Is it mass market now?
I think so. Derek might be able to order it. Can't find it somewhere.
Weird experience yesterday. I walked in
And
for
master.
BattleTech thing, and I walked in the door, and there's a conversation that Amy's having with
That's from Orange.
Oh, Ryan,
Right. And
useless wizard.
oh, is it useless wizard?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I walked in and immediately was part of the conversation. It was weird. It was just like this immediate part that I just got added because I walked through the door. I was like, well, okay. It's one of those cheers
What's this
moments.
nonsense? He's
What?
just using one piece to master everything.
They're nice. You're doomed.
Who let him do that?
I was gonna say, he understands the game he wrote. It's
He is-
over.
He has hacked. He has hacked the world.
This is how.
Maybe we should have done the finesse expansion.
Wow.
So the ghost pieces are 5s.
Yeah.
So you can
Oh.
complete ghost puzzles that
Gotcha.
give you these pieces. But when you score them, you immediately have to break them into pieces that are colors,
Mhm.
and they have to match the shape. So, like, if you get this
Fun.
one,
I
you
like
can't get a red out of it because a red requires a square, which this one would give you, right? But this
I like
one
that.
can't. It's kind
cool.
of interesting. And then finesse gives you bonuses, like you get extra tokens to do other things. Like you can take extra actions if you complete like these little objective tiles.
Ooh.
Tell me which coins.
First action.
Yeah.
In Clark's equivalent. Which
Second
actually-
action.
They're
I'm
very
gonna
nice.
upgrade.
They're like the metal credit.
Oh.
ones.
Yeah, I'd go down the upgrade route.
I have to.
And
I
then
have to do the
third action, I'm gonna
Peek
master.
up stupid quacks because at some point in time.
That's not
somebody lost
mastering.
the,
Oh wait, no, isn't. Third action, I'm gonna place that.
what? Yeah, one tile per. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
never
one
mind.
piece.
Next
per
action, I master.
puzzle.
Next round, I master.
Yep.
That's,
Do you mean easy one? No.
It's a simple one.
Whatever.
Just get right in there.
I can do it with 2 pieces.
That's
I'm
right.
just
You can do
gonna-
it with 2 pieces.
I'm gonna upgrade this piece.
why did you ever make pieces as Quinn?
Yeah, exactly.
I know he makes it look so
Whose
easy.
game is this?
That's right.
And then I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play this,
Nice.
Hey.
and give me this.
And
Doesn't do me any good.
That's what lose it.
Oh, for using. Yes. I got rid of my little yellow pieces. Now what do I do?
yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I don't know. Because I can gain one later. Just take.
Taking action. Suppose.
Everything's taking an action. I'm in a terrible position here as far as puzzling goes. So. I think I like the other game better. That's my fridge.
Okay.
My fridge compressor kicking on. Hey, you know what? Maybe somebody would like to actually see the game.
What?
I've just been looking at us chatting it up. We now bring you to our regular casual game already in progress. Yeah, those pieces are pretty curled.
That's only a 1. It's awkward.
It is awkward.
A one.
It's
Point.
a 1, but it.
Well, but yeah, I mean, it scores you points and gets you a piece. So
Well, they all do that.
fine.
But it's like it's more complex pieces that are hard to get your hands. I mean, that's a 2, and that gives you the piece that you would need to do that, and yet that's only a 1.
Master.
It's just awkward.
And one last piece.
Don't forget you have access to the blue.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think if that makes sense because it's like 2 actions, but well. Duh.
Da.
Da, da, da.
All I want to say to
Do
you.
you? All right. Simple. 2 squares.
2 squares. Just do it.
Easy.
Get right in there.
Just
Yes, squares. The thing nobody has.
right.
Okay.
This is wow.
Having fun?
Well, actually, I'm not having fun. I'm just realizing it's kind of like I feel like I'm on the last round of last game where I grabbed some tiles that when I at first glance said, "Oh yeah, okay, that's cool," and then now I'm looking at them as a combination of the two, and like, no, these two do not help each other. There's no complementing. Oh, that's
And back-to-back puzzle games, the brain gets a little. Yep.
But this is where I realize, okay, this is
A little
My-
sludgy.
my ADHD is not helped by with this much logic happening this on.
No.
I need something that's randomized to scatter my to give me a I don't know, not an advantage but a sort of a
Set everybody else back.
exactly.
Quinn's putting far too much thought into this.
Well, that first game has got a reputation of hope.
That's right.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll just take the puzzle and figure it out later, man.
Because then I might do it wrong.
Okay, you figured it out. Take it.
Just realize this is
Double
one of
checking
those
my
weeks
work.
where
Double
four
check your
games
math,
in
come on.
a single week.
Yeah.
Today, tomorrow.
Tuesday.
I would
Tuesday,
laugh so
and
hard if
Thursday.
it turns out you miscalculated.
Oh,
I know,
we
right?
finished it this week? Yeah, we are. I still haven't gotten that, Victor.
I'm gonna
Did you?
choose.
No, I didn't.
Imagine that actually.
That's 3.
No, I did it wrong again. That is so right. I almost messed it up.
I mean, you had this plan all laid out. I'm sitting
That's
there,
3.
No, so you took the puzzle and you've placed 2 pieces. That's 3 actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
but he had placed them not where he had planned to place them.
Yes,
and he
I
was,
love
he
it.
was about to snooker himself.
He'd have figured it out.
But he kept moving once you got him down.
Exactly.
All right.
Oh.
So let's see. I think for first action, we're going to do. We're going to call it a master action. So we'll do that. That gives us one of these. And up there. And
It's definitely a slower version.
yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's more fiddly
Yeah.
puzzling
And then
than there is with the
second
other
action.
one.
Yeah.
It's a little more streamlined.
The other one is
And third action.
No. You were
Yeah.
mastering.
I mastered in the first action, so I did
Oh,
I
you
see.
just did
That-
two
I
see what you're
puzzles.
talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
a second, third action.
yep.
So that gives me another one of those, and this one scores. Good shot. All right.
Well, that is not what I wanted any of you guys to do. I need you to clear out some stuff. So
Yeah, about that.
I'm gonna upgrade this. One of these. I'm gonna exchange this one. One of these. I'm gonna play it.
nice.
And get another.
That did not do what I wanted to do either.
You clear those puzzles out.
I refuse. All right. Let me think about this.
Mhm.
I'll take that. My second action, I'm gonna play this. Oh, damn it. How many can I have?
4.
You want it?
If you were using your
Yeah,
playmat
I was gonna say, if
correctly,
you're using your player's mat.
I would take it if I were you.
Oh my gosh. All right. It has signifiers, right?
right?
Damn it. All right.
Using the special words against you.
I know. All right. Okay. So then, it's rough.
Call it the sun.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
All right. So, 2 actions. My third action, I will, I guess, master. Just do that, which gives me one of these.
And we're gonna pull in your piece after you did, because you can then use it elsewhere.
Yeah. And then,
That'd be fine.
I guess I do have. Oh, I do have. Thinking about this. They pop like the other ones, right? So
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
So then this one is available for me to use again if
Yep.
I wanted to.
That's a little better.
All right, so let's do that, I guess. All
Oh,
right.
it's not that simple. Low battery. Time to put
Did I do that right? Let me think about this. Let's go back. Make sure I didn't cheat. Okay, so I mastered or replaced a piece, which got me
Mhm.
1, 2, master. Place that, got this.
Mhm.
Okay. And I place that over here. Then I got this piece.
Mhm.
Then I can use it here.
Mhm.
And I can place one piece there if I'd like. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, there we go. Now I'm that's a bit more confusing than I wanted it to be.
All right, Quinn. One, a 2, a
So. I think we are going to. We're going to upgrade.
You're gonna- Okay.
And
Maybe that is a mistake.
2 and 3.
Don't want to master, huh?
I guess I could master
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That still works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then on my next turn, I can master and get both of them finished, and still have 2 rounds to pull into cards or 2 actions.
That wasn't a bad. That wasn't a good play.
The big one you just did.
That's not what I wanted. You took the one I wanted, by the way. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You wanted this one?
I wanted.
I revealed that one, didn't I? Oh no, it was out there
It
already.
was out there already. It was
This is
little
black
to no
puzzle.
chance of me getting it because it was.
Whereas the previous
It almost got
game,
there. Almost.
there wasn't as much incentive for filling your board unless you were early game. This one has a significantly higher one.
For having more things going at once.
I should have been taking more tiles.
Well, it's harder to develop your pool also in this game.
Mm.
It's slower.
First action.
Right.
I don't even think the pool is that big a deal. I think it's more a
action.
matter of
I'm gonna master.
because there's no value to the combo. There's no combo points to get, but
Thank you.
there's almost also there's no forced order, unlike the other one.
Right.
And so mastering is far more easily done, and therefore more
What are you doing
I had
equitable.
already done this. I apologize.
Oh, it was
I
completed?
should've-
Okay.
Yeah. And then that is there, and that is
I think I'm gonna fall behind because of that, honestly.
all right.
there? He's got a fat stack over here.
Oh shit, that was my second action, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, mastering. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I really like the fact that I cleaned my board, but that's life.
Oh, I like it.
You like it?
Makes me happy.
It makes you happy?
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Maybe you'll win.
Maybe you'll win.
I just want people to have optimal plays.
I could do that, but it seems unnecessary. It's a good strategy. I don't have very many pieces to work with. Maybe do 2, 3s.
And the other thing is, if you're not upgrading your pieces, some of those bigger, more complex ones, you're having to use more pieces to complete them. So it's a little slower going.
How hard is it to make bigger ones?
Just
So
say,
hard.
take an action and.
Now, I do like in this one, the upgrade is just straight up raise a piece to its next level.
Or yeah.
You don't have to have a certain number of.
Yeah, so you don't have to combine to.
I guess technically, if you look at it, that is.
Hey,
what
Gold
they're
Wayne,
doing.
thanks for the follow. Appreciate you hanging out with us today. We might have been misinformed if you saw the stream said we were playing Square One. We switched over to Project L by the same company. Just a different puzzling type game. But welcome.
How'd you? Did it follow?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
I just happened to
The
be looking there and I
I
saw
could
the
do
note
that
come
in
up.
3 turns. No, less than 3. 1.
I think he really likes this game. He's really thinking about it though.
there's not too much. I got a headache one time. You ever played The Works? You played The Works once.
I believe I played it once, yeah.
Where you're the whole thing.
It turns and yeah.
You pop the card and then all the cards shuffle in this
interesting.
grid and it can
They all
cause the
rotate.
cards to pop. My wife really loves the game and it can give me a headache. It's just like, okay, this is gonna happen and that's gonna trigger this, and this, and it's
Out
like,
of these, yeah. What are all the combinations?
it's a really fun game, but it's definitely one that's like, okay, I gotta be in the right mood.
Right.
Because I'm gonna come over with a headache.
Yeah, I think 3s are too big actually right now. So take that.
Sorry.
Take that. And I'll take. I really like that piece, but
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they do next
yeah, take
for their games. I don't recall that it's the same
And it's the
level.
black ones that
triggering.
trigger in.
Correct.
So they've got this part down, this mechanism down. Now turn it into a worker placement. Where I'm having to
Yes, have to use
parts,
meeples to get
con-
pieces. And
exactly.
Okay, I'm done.
So you've got two games going
I mean,
on.
it kind of makes me think a little bit like Feast for Odin. Where
Yeah,
it's like
exactly,
You're trying
a
to
little
tuck in like all the little
pieces,
sections to
exactly.
maximize your
Right.
area.
Play that game again.
Feast for
I
Odin.
need to get it on the table.
Yeah. You want to get it out here? We can. Of course,
Okay.
next opportunity you're gonna be gone.
I was gonna say. Play with myself.
That's right.
And
And like
I'm gonna carry Peace Roman on the
on the airplane. I could've got this massive box getting on. This is my carry-on. What do you want?
Exactly.
I'm gonna play it while
Not
we're
checking
flying.
it in.
No way. Let your grubby hands on this thing.
Exactly.
So I think we're gonna take.
I do know now not to wear the kilt through the airport though.
Oh.
There's too much metal.
Oh, fair.
And then they say, well, take your belt off, and then that's the only thing keeping the kilt on. So I'm
Do you
trying
really
to,
want an
and
incident
then-
in this airport
and then
right
hold
now?
your hands up, so I'm like sitting there with my legs all apart, trying to keep the kilt from falling down.
That.
Butt heads. Sweatpants it is.
Just back the kilt. Wear it later.
Exactly. I'll have to wear it. I'm weirdly known for it now.
Oh yeah.
For,
You never
for the
have
work
And
function.
gonna
Yeah, exactly.
master.
Plus, it's fun to bowl with the kilt.
Hello.
I don't know if we're bowling again this year, but it was fun.
Show my leg.
That's right. I was gonna show. Well, no, I wouldn't wear the high socks.
Right.
Show the knee.
The hose.
I mean, I'm not dirty. I'm not gonna show ankles or anything.
Scandalous. I haven't worn my kilt in a while.
You get
Yeah,
right
I know.
on it. It's got to be in daily wear.
Not the one I have.
And I'll finish with
I did daily carry for
that for my third action.
Okay.
for all of the camporee,
I did.
which was weird. But then there's
Oh, I
cougars
did
up
grab
there.
this. That was for that one.
Cougars. Up in,
That was for
well, no,
that.
up at camporee, up in
Yeah.
the forest. But there are cougars.
Oh, you mean?
Not that type of cougars.
I'm not sure what we're talking about anymore,
Yeah,
Glenn. I don't know which type maybe I meant or didn't mean.
All right, that's my three.
Okay. I sorted that one out. It's going to take a couple turns for me to finish it, though. So let's see if I
Camping
can
thing?
make some progress
Scouts?
here.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're up
I think
about a week up,
perhaps
up in the hills up
this one.
out of McMinnville.
Oh, interesting.
There's a Boy Scout camp. Well, actually, it's a scout camp that's owned by a trust that's local that lets any scouting organization rent it or not rent it, use it, and it's a really nice little facility. But it's just far enough out. I mean, heck,
Right.
they're seeing cougars and bobcats up here on the here on the hill. So
Right.
you're even bigger chance out there, and in this case, it's all. I'm working with young girls, so there's a lot of a lot of small objects to.
Right.
So
I am not mastering this turn. You're going.
all right. Would you? He just
Really?
took the one I wanted. Who took the one?
Yes.
I know, right?
Ah,
Here, somebody at this table's got to get a square piece on here.
yeah. I wanted a second
They seem
square
to be the
piece.
puzzle pieces for a lot of these patterns.
I wanted that second square piece. All right, so I'll take this one for friends.
You can always upgrade
It's true.
or downgrade even.
You can. If that's your jam. Or your jelly.
Stop hitting the window.
Peanut butter for all I care. What?
Foolish bird.
Is there a bird trying to get inside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there
That's
it
funny.
was.
Oh, it's a leaf.
Oh, it's a leaf.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
it's a leaf.
Right down
I
there.
can't see, moving too fast.
So we don't usually have that problem with birds. Did have a robin perch up on the light fixture up there in the corner. I was like, what are you doing?
Probably shelter from the wind.
As soon as it saw me looking at it through the window, it's like, I'm out of here.
And master.
We had Quinn was looking at some videos on YouTube and found some videos of bird videos for cats.
Oh, yeah.
And he put one up on his desk, and the cat came running across the room and jumped up onto his desk and really wanted to know where that bird was and how this was happening. And I mean, she loved it. It was uncanny. I mean, she's usually like will perk up an ear or be interested, like, and she likes to play around a bit. But this was like she thought it was a real bird. These were really good videos.
I was gonna say, well, I'll actually said something about your speaker system too, because it's
Mm.
obviously producing the frequencies that make them think it's real. Because
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I can put stuff on the TV and everybody's like whatever, but
Right.
if you get the right, if you got
You know-
right audio, then all of a sudden it becomes,
And I don't know what it is. It seems like PC speakers. It's like even the cheap ones, unless you go like really really cheap, are amazing quality compared to like hi-fi systems. Like you have to go pretty expensive on a hi-fi system to get like good quality, but on PC you don't have to go nearly so high. You can get the same quality of sound, even if it's not the same volume of sound.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
This is 3.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Leaf really wants to die.
So, you probably, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I've got a panel on my fence that's gone.
Oh,
So during the winter
you just
storm,
enjoying your time with your friend. Or your neighbors.
the neighbor's dog likes to come over and hang out. But yeah, so the day we got all the snow, we had just like massive winds coming down off the hill because that's what we get.
Yeah.
And it literally tore the brackets out of the 4x4s.
Wow.
Now one of them is definitely rotted, so we're gonna get replaced. But yeah, so we have a nice open space between our yards right now, which the dog loves to kind of come over and explore a little bit. And she's a nice dog. She's very well behaved. You get some of these buttons back around that I cleared out the first time.
Then I'm gonna master.
Interesting. If you're gonna master, you should
Everything
always
gives
master
you
last.
something, even if it's.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's a difference between the two games as well.
That's my
Yep.
turn.
Oh, that's right. You took 2 puzzles, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and then we'll go ahead and do the master this time. So I'm gonna get that. It's gonna give me one of these plus all of these, and then we'll go here and here. recover from that later. Hey, look! I have points!
Nice. Welcome to the club.
Thanks.
So we're playing Project L.
Thanks. I also played.
Alright.
I will have also played
So
at the end
Are
of this
those
game.
all points?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I know, right?
I don't even know who's
That's what I'm saying.
Now, the top row points.
They're
They
not,
can
yeah,
only
it's-
one.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's good, and I'm gonna master those and one of these.
Yeah, I just feel, I mean, it's like, again, I don't know what it is about these games. I love playing them, but I feel like I cannot get an engine of any sort or any sort of momentum going. I'm just like,
Right.
this one works and this one works, and I can't chain them together.
You know what we got to introduce Quinn to?
Hmm.
I had a blast with it when we played it.
I should not
Is
put that.
the detective one, the Sherlock Holmes, I think it is. The one where you got like the city.
Oh no,
and
that's
Scotland Yard?
Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard.
Sitting right there. In
Yeah.
fact, I was looking at it today. It's like never get rid of that game. I love that game.
Yeah, we got to play Scotland Yard with Quinn.
The funny thing is every time I've ever played it, like when we randomly choose who's Mr. X, it's always me.
Right.
So I'm always Mr. X. It's like I've never actually played the game as a detective.
We could play Nuns on the Run, which would give
That has two, of them, right?
yeah.
Two hiders.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's a weird name.
Nuns on the Run. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, we got to introduce Quinn to that.
That's a fun one. Yeah, having somebody doing secret moves that just reveals like partial information.
Yeah, basically one person is the
The-
criminal,
Mr. X,
and
complete with hat.
And
It comes with a
everybody
hat to
else-
hide your eyes so that people can't see where you're looking on the map.
yeah, and everybody else
Oh, wait,
is
that's-
Scotland Yard investigators trying to track him down.
Alright, yeah.
And you have this map, and you're strategizing on the map. It's so cool. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like copy of that down at Goodwill.
I can't.
I want this.
When are you seeing music like Google?
I don't know. It's a bad habit.
I hate playing that game against Derek Duff though because he is so logical. He is very good at
Yeah.
identifying the potential possibilities
Right.
and figuring out how to rein them in and create that net that you have to for all the investigators. He is
remember.
very, very
Who
good
was
at
at the
it.
table the day that we played? The time that I played. Trying to remember. I remember two of us ended up on one side of the map following one lead, and then the others
I did that wrong.
were on the other side of the map following a different lead because we were finding ourselves having to split up because the clues
To
were
try
were-
to cast the net
yeah.
wide enough.
right.
Yeah,
It was such a good game.
it's fun.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, is anything I want still there?
I almost
Yes.
don't know if it ever makes sense to upgrade
Yes, I think it is.
unless you're struggling early. It's kind of weird.
But I so want that though.
Maybe if you make a mistake with placement.
Like me.
Yeah, as much as I want that.
You could upgrade to get a. Yeah, you could upgrade to like complete one of those easier early on.
Mm-hmm.
Say you get a, a blue created, then the next turn you upgrade, like take, upgrade, place immediately. So does that make sense?
If you're getting points out of it, I think it's worth it. If it's just a piece, then you really haven't. I don't feel like you gained as much, but it might be. You know, the funny thing is like some of these, you get the piece that you made the shape of. So if
Right.
you upgraded to get that piece, what's the point? You know?
Yeah, true.
Right.
All right, is this me?
No.
No.
That was my first action.
Well, geez, Jim.
Although that being
I had to
said,
make a right action.
4-pointers and 5-pointers have enough space
Alright.
that large pieces like that are definitely worth getting multiple.
Oh yeah,
of.
for sure.
So that's first action. Then I'm gonna master. So we go there. Take that.
That being said, I'm finding there seems to be an inverse ratio where the higher point ones give smaller tiles on average.
I'm out.
Yes, yeah, more points, less total pips of a piece you're gonna get.
So it's almost like you don't want to take more than a 3 until you have a certain amount of large pieces.
There, thank you. And there.
That being said, there's also an odd.
And then
Maybe it's because we're playing with so many fewer
card,
players, but no, because
master.
Oh, you can do
16
one more.
tiles,
You
you
can finish
can
that
focus
one,
on
Jay,
it.
if you want. Oh no, you can't. 'Cause it's a C, not a. It's rough.
Yeah.
Close, but
Hmm.
I think we're missing a Tetris piece.
What?
You were not.
What would we
No,
do?
I thought there was a. I thought that in Tetris there was a 4 with a 1 on it. Maybe
4 with a 1?
Mm-hmm. His exact pattern there.
No, that would be 5 pieces. That would be 5 squares.
Mm-hmm.
No Tetron would go for 4.
Yeah.
I don't know
5-piece Tetris sucks.
It sucks. Like,
I've seen there.
there's been like.
It's so much
testing.
harder because there's so no. I mean, people have played with it, but there's so many more variants because of the extra square that it
Interesting.
makes putting the pieces together very difficult.
Huh. I can see that. I mean, I've played games where I have like a tower defense game where you build the tiles you place the towers on with basically Tetris pieces.
Okay.
And there's a character
That's
who has
good.
enlarged
Okay.
Tetris pieces. They're actually really difficult to place because of the constrained areas you can put them in.
There's another 5 out there.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it as much though.
I like that one. They're both 16 dots. Shouldn't really matter, right? Well, I feel like I should take this just as a habit.
Some of these are not created equal. Very odd.
It's all wrong. It's all wrong. I guess I master. Do that one.
Interesting.
Do that. I'll do that. That was my second action. Not for my right. Oh, I took the puzzle. Took puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
That mastered. So I have one more action, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure.
There's that. Very good. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of downtime with 4 players in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, square one, not as much. It moves along a little better. But yeah, so you get 5 or 6 players, it would take forever.
And this suffers from a problem of like games like Stars Are Right and other like tile puzzle games where the more players there are, the more that can change by the time your turn comes
Exactly,
back around.
you can't anticipate.
So you can't really be strategizing while other players are doing stuff.
Correct.
That's why I like Valeria.
Yeah,
Card Kingdoms.
yeah, your moves are
Um,
very independent,
It's not as
and what
like it.
happens
It's
on the
Valeria,
board.
yeah, because
but-
Valeria has the stacks, it makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
The only thing that varies is like what monsters and domains are out there. But at
Right.
the very least, in the citizen stacks, they're always there, as long as there's cards available.
Right.
But yeah, there's still that problem where it's like, oh well, I was gonna do that, but now I can't.
a tile. I mastered. And then I'll place there. Finish that one. And I get alright. Any points?
Both?
Yeah.
Points for both?
Points for both.
Why do you have so many points?
They're just all small points.
I don't care.
Where you're
Pay no
don't worry your
attention.
pretty little head about it.
Fear not. Glenn is certainly not winning with this massive stack of scoring tiles.
You'd be surprised. I only have one black one, so you know.
Yeah, but now you're going to start getting more black ones.
Maybe. We'll see.
Definitely.
He's definitely got the tools for it.
Yeah. There's no reason why you shouldn't be taking like all black at this point and just throwing tiles at them.
Very interesting.
Mastering every turn. Master all the turns. Yeah, so there's a whole other section of tiles in here that we didn't play with that are these ghost tiles. They'll let you do single upgrades or they'll let you do double upgrades
Yeah.
as rewards.
Oh, interesting.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Or they will,
Oh, man, that's-
some of them will reward like specific ghost tiles, like they'll show you the actual little shape
Oh, okay.
Nice.
that you get if you finish it. So yeah, that's a whole other,
Oh,
whole
that's
other
fun.
expansion.
That's fun. I like that.
And then
Uh-oh, Dicey.
I see.
Dicey's telling us to hydrate.
I just did. I go again.
I better.
I'm
How you doing today, Dicey? That's right. Everybody.
I did. I hydrated.
Boy, this game doesn't
Yeah,
lend
someone's
itself
gonna
to
take
either of
me
those
out.
cheats I did either. No diagram and no diagram.
Mm.
I didn't even have to go out the garage. I'm just here. Yay! Excellent hats today, she
Yeah.
says.
Oh,
I
thank you.
agree.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Glenn really
I
pulled
think-
out all the stops today.
That's right. I'm
Yeah.
you're making me go through my
The question is, where's the hat stop and the beard start? That's what I've been sitting here trying to figure out.
We have to show her the
That's right.
the cool feature that
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you need to wear that on the front
when
side.
the tail comes
Yeah.
off.
Good.
Yeah.
The tail does. For formal and non-formal occasions. The click.
What a feature. Okay, where are we at here?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
There are not many black tiles left. It comes off.
There are
Formal? Semi-formal.
Formal, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that he can. I think this is the pinnacle of hats. At least for Glenn,
First half.
but I think just for all of us, it doesn't get much better than this. I mean, I'd have to literally get like a friggin' stovepipe top hat. I think.
Master action.
Party in front, business in the back.
That's right. Oh.
Yeah, unless I'm, like a derby, or literally like a little expandable top, I just tap it. Poof.
I'd say Nate needs to get his Etsy store out so I can advertise for him.
Right?
As-
That's right. Because people can get these hats.
Third
That's
action.
right.
We know a guy.
And we know a guy. I've actually invested in his company.
Really?
Yeah, I helped buy the. He does the really cool. Why can't I think of the name? Moccasins that go up
Yep.
the leg and whatnot.
Oh,
There's the guy who designs
me.
this company called Sodhopper sells this,
Okay.
sells DVDs on how to make them. I helped buy.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, now
You get to
we're getting close to
you get
danger
put on-
zone
You
here.
get to wear nylons and then cover your entire leg with
Danger
duct tape,
zone.
and then they cut it down and you get a mold.
That sounds
Oh.
frightening.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna upgrade my green one to a blue one.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
I'm going to
I have the leather for
An upgrade.
master.
Master.
Wow. Here, do that mastery, and I'll get another blue one out of that.
I don't know what I'm doing with mine.
And then I will play a purple.
Very nice.
That's it. let's tell you what.
Don't know what I'm doing. Lost.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. We played Square One earlier, which is the successor to this game. So it kind of abstracts the Tetris pieces. So this game, we actually have the Tetris pieces. We have to complete the puzzles. I mean, I think they're enjoying it. They're still playing it, and they said they like it. They could be lying.
What do we lie to you?
I don't know. Quinn looks like his brain's going to fall out of his ear here in a minute. All this thinking. It's going to mush your brain.
You shouldn't lie.
I think all the time, every day. This is normal.
This one is called Project L. And it's I think it's the first title that this company has produced.
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Oh,
second
well,
action,
another
I'm
game that
gonna
they did was that like
master.
charades game that I did not back, but they did do it like a charades type game.
Charades game. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I forget what they called it, but
Master
they
my
did
second
this. They did
action.
Square One, and while Square One was
Reaction,
producing, they
versatile.
kickstarted this other one. I
Okay.
went back now because I wasn't really interested in charades personally.
Yeah, I think the groups that we play with, charades, that tends to not be the style that people go for.
Right.
No.
And I don't know how I'd stream it anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you know, a lot of the charade games too,
When the
like
pile-
they tend to
pile
go like
runs
really
out,
extreme.
we all
'Cause, I
get
mean, how do you go up on
another one.
charades?
Yeah.
Right.
Which
And then we
makes
get a
sense,
finishing touch
but
round.
Correct.
it takes a
Yeah, I think so.
specific group of people that really want to extrovert enough to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gamers and extroverts don't always go hand
no,
in hand.
No, I see. The
Unless
Venn,
you're
the
Glenn.
Venn diagram is, yeah. I'm outside of that. Charades are right out. There are a
Glenn-
few games that require. A lot of the games, they require you to come up with something immediately.
Yes.
And clever. I avoid those like the plague.
Really?
Because
So-
it takes me a while to get the clever part.
Gotcha.
Mull it around for a round or two, then I can come up with something. But that on the spot,
See, I love Flux, but I have Monty Python Flux, and I love Monty Python.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But Monty Python Flux has a lot of charade, improvising
Oh, yeah, I know
kind
you're
of things that you
singing
have
and-
to
Oh,
do.
yeah, and those are
Call
hard.
response
And so
things that
I
happen.
never take it to the table because I just know me. I just it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
No,
last,
I have had a successful game at the last game, the last game day we had.
Oh yeah,
But it was just the right table, right time. And
Right
it was so
people.
relaxed that, yeah. But I knew everybody around the table, so you could
That helps
enjoy
a
it or
lot.
not.
Dicey
yeah.
agrees. Monty
Yeah.
Python Flux is best Flux.
It,
yes.
So we played a game last weekend at my nephew's birthday party called Moniker.
I've heard of this.
And there were 8 of us. So we were 2 teams of 4. And with 8 players, you get 10 cards, and you have to keep 5 of them. And you play 3 rounds with those cards. The first round, you can say or do anything that's not the actual thing you're trying to get your team to say.
Okay.
Okay. And they are far ranging. Some of them are definitely NSFW, and you can they identify those. So you keep 5 of them, right? And then the first round, you have your stack of 5, and you have 60 seconds to get your team to identify the 5 cards that you're trying to get them to identify. And they give you a description on the card for what it is, if you don't know. Then the second time you go around, you get to say 1 word. So your team has to kind of remember what you had, right? The third round, you only do gestures.
Okay.
So first round you get everything. Second round you get 1 word. Third round you get gestures, and then it's each card is worth a number of points, and so you score the points each round.
Okay. Huh.
We had a ball. It was fantastic. And I am like, party games are the antithesis of my interest in gaming. I really do. I can play them once, but people get hung up on them. Like, my kids my daughter at least loved Apples to Apples.
Mhm.
And I hated that game.
really?
I did.
I was
hated
never a fan of Apples either.
that. But then again, Cards Against Humanity, I don't like either.
Oh,
Really?
I
That one I
don't-
do like.
I don't
really?
like it.
Well, I've seen it. It gets a dark game sometimes.
It is,
and that's
for
my
sure.
problem with that. With the, I mean,
most of those
Most
games,
of my apples to apples games are very blue, but
most
but,
of those games
Cards Against
rely
Humanity,
on
oof.
a person. There is a social deduction element to those
But you
games.
need to know the judge.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's-
need to know how the judge is going to react
Yeah.
to all of the responses to figure out how to frame your response. And that is not me at all. Now, Moniker doesn't do that. As long as you understand the target of your actions. Because like one round we played, I had a teammate that was my age. So I knew that I could target certain phrases to him
Yeah.
and he would react immediately.
Yeah.
The second round, all I had were 25 and under. So I had to figure out a different way to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you really?
I am.
Jim is triggering endgame.
All right.
Okay.
So I will get one more turn, and then we will all get one more turn, ending with me, because Glenn was first player.
And last action, I will master.
And then you'll get to do finishing touches, which is you can play any number of pieces on your incomplete puzzles, but you lose a point for each piece you play.
So I'll get a chance to.
You'll have one more turn to take 3 actions.
Okay.
So you'll be able to finish that 5.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you'll also have the opportunity to place pieces on the 4. You'll just be losing points when you do so, if you can't complete it on your turn.
But you know,
Okay.
the masters will still, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got 2 actions
That's
next
doable.
round. You could almost finish the 4.
That's why I
and
didn't
finish
take the 5. I was looking at the 5 and I'm like, I don't think I have the pieces to do that.
Well, yeah, and for me, it's like, what do I do here? I'm going to take. That's what I'm going to do.
I realized the value in duplicating pieces, by the way. A lot of the larger shapes can be done in efficient manners if you have enough of the duplicated pieces.
That can nest.
For example, this one can be done with 2 4s if you either have 2 of these or 2 of these.
Okay, I'm going to
And so you
Yeah.
can early game
master.
set up, you know, specific puzzles that
Play.
when you the duplicates you need to start doing more efficient plays later on.
Yeah, I found having a couple pairs of things, being able to mirror the pieces, makes up for missing some of the larger pieces.
Last turn.
Yeah, I know. Don't try. I have this bad feeling that if I don't take.
Yeah, but how many points you going to lose?
I know, that's what I'm saying, is that I think I
Take a
might.
5, come on.
God, no, I don't think I can.
You want a 5?
I don't have the chunky bits to pull it off.
I mean, the biggest. So, you're right. So, if you have larger pieces, right? You know those larger pieces are 4 squares or 4 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the 5s are 16 pips.
Mm.
So, you can't complete them in one turn.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I feel like that's where master turns
Master.
actually come into play.
Right, because they give you the chance to add those extra pieces in to build up to
Mm-hmm.
a completion sooner.
I still feel like we're going to find the winner at this end of the table, though.
Yeah.
So this is my last turn here.
It is your last turn, but you will get finishing touches. Oh, I see. So you played a piece, you took a puzzle, and you mastered.
Yeah, so I was trying to make sure I'll get 1 point for that. Okay.
Right. That's gonna give you the.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to decide whether it made more sense to do. No, it didn't. Okay. All right.
All right, Quinn. Of course, if you complete all your puzzles, you don't have
lose
to
any points.
finesse. You're not losing any points.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, which I think you're pretty close to being able to do. Well, kinda. No, he could. He finishes puzzles this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Just remember, if you do decide to take a black puzzle, you can only take 1.
There's no point in taking extras.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm a lurker too. I'll pop in on stream.
There was only
Check.
one stream I think I did
That's
work
fair.
on. That was a local guy who does maps, and he decided he was gonna do a Twitch, and I got on there and he was asking for requests, and like, well, what the heck?
Sweet.
It's kind of fun. But yeah, 99% of the time I'm lucky.
Right. Same. That's like me when I did my, if I'm watching a stream, so it's like just check them out or whatever. It's like they're just doing a thing.
Okay.
Just watch them do the thing.
Right.
Is that it?
Yep.
You done?
Mhm.
All right.
He created the board too.
He did.
All right. So we're going to. Yeah. We're going to master. Then we're going to
Finish the 4.
He will.
that one
And
and
that one.
place that one.
Yep. Well done.
Alrighty. I don't know if the pieces you have in hand are going
They
to count
they
for
don't
anything.
count for anything.
Tiebreakers?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna master. I think I had worked out how I was gonna do this. I think this is where I'm at. And then I will play.
Yeah, I definitely could have played much more efficiently.
That was 3. 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3. Yep.
So you get 2 points for it?
I will.
Nice.
I don't think I have a way to do it other ways.
No, I don't think so either. I'm just
Because it's enough pips that it would have to be. I don't have the right pieces. I don't think.
Yeah,
Because I don't have the
okay.
blue L. If I had the blue L,
Oh.
no, that wouldn't matter.
Nope, it was always going to be 2.
Oh, it could be. I could do a blue L and a zigzag, but I don't have either of those. So
Yeah.
this is the best way I can do it. Is just to do it this way
Yep.
and have the 2 pieces in front.
All right.
Still 2 points. I wasn't gonna get otherwise. All right, so that's the end of play. Now we have the finishing touches.
Mm-hmm.
So Glenn, you can do your finishing touches.
Yep. Which will net me 20 points total.
A whole point.
1 point for that, and then 19 points for the stuff on my cards.
So you have 20 points.
20 points.
Okay.
Do I count up?
You just
Sure.
count it up.
Just count them up. You guys both count up. Mine, I will be -2 here and here, so that'll give me 2.
I really need chips.
Yeah. Yeah.
21.
16. 21.
Mm-hmm.
It's always one ahead of me.
I know, right?
10,
One.
I could have played better.
15,
19.
19?
20. 21. 16. Yeah, like I said, I didn't.
Close
I
enough,
couldn't. I
though.
could not get
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And there you have it. That is Project L.
Nice. And Quinn actually ended up winning both those
He
games.
did. So
Well
now
done,
Quinn is
yeah.
no longer invited to our games. I kid.
I want to see how much better I can get at it.
Right, and I think that's kind of what the
Another
appeal
one
is.
you
It's
wanna
like,
see
isn't
on
that
the table
good?
again?
Can I
Another
do
one you
better?
want to see on the table again?
I mean, those are good scores for a 4-player
Yeah.
game. I feel like that's fairly representative. I just don't feel like I got any traction. But yeah, so those are a couple of great puzzlers that these guys have put together. I look forward to seeing what their next project is. I'm sure I will back it because I'm a sucker for these kind of puzzle games. As long as it's something a little different. So
And you're just a sucker.
Yeah.
I am a sucker too. Yeah, look at my Kickstarter record. I'm definitely too much in the pipeline. Anyway, kids, thanks for hanging out with us today. It's been fun having you. Appreciate the time you spent with us. Watch out tomorrow. We're going to be playing Iridia, Paths We Dare Tread. We'll be picking our bard back up back at the guild, the guild camp. And then Tuesday, we've got our next round of Clank Legacy 2. So it'll be exciting. Look forward to seeing you then. Until then, love you guys. Talk to you later.